Can you guys hear me?
Loud and clear.
Jaja, me tell you, hey, the computer come like a the weapon. I don't know if I'm me farm against it or what, but something alright. Jaja, me no omega play my music in the day.
Oh, are they laptop?
No, it's a thing there, it's a MacBook. But me no know something in the settings mess up the sometime it just go off automatically, me no know. But
Yeah.
like the sound come from it, me no know why.
Yeah. Have you bring it in to get it checked out?
I mean, I think it's good. I just think it's something to do with the settings that may have to go in there because I've had it happen before, even when it was brand new.
Oh, I'm not really hear about MacBook your problem like that.
Yeah, I'm not good with technology, so it could have just be me had a problem. Who knows? Could be me had a problem. But
Mm.
welcome to the chat. Welcome to the panel. Top dog. I think it's been a while since I've had you on my panel. I don't know. I'm just
That's
saying. But
my
I'm
God.
noticing though.
Yeah, man, I really think a good one. I'm not forward because I don't know. I go, boy, I try my best for join. If you realize, I'm not really dip on either John Wick or 4-4 or anybody else panel to that from what day. That you will get
Mm-hmm.
busy, man, but I don't know how to say when you put in the work. So you
Yeah,
could put
man,
in.
most definitely. I'm glad you joined today in a top dog because may have a little discussion for talk about, but me could just pick up some people first and we probably can just maybe talk a little bit about what we want to talk to you about and then we'll just hop into based on what today's about. Guys, you know me on the technology already. Me that try to use my computer, it now work out, so I have to just draw back from my phone. Some of just want to big up everyone for being here today. Father Gore, I see you live and direct in the chat. Big up yourself. Musa Tamba, big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Boston 300, I see you. Big up yourself. John Wick, I see you. Big up yourself. Thank you for always telling me mail when I hear you. And then for some reason, I just always kind of figure it out. Black Star Boy, I see you. Thank you so much for being here. Miss World, I see you. Thank you so much for being here. Dwight Taylor, thank you. Dwight Taylor said, big up girl. Mel's big up girl. Thank you so much, Dwight Taylor. Big up yourself. Guys, we have 7 of you guys here so far. It's John Wick said turn on mic in settings. Hold on the John Wick. Let me see if you can help me today. Into settings and give me a second, guys. Here, go on the song. All right.
Yo, John, we couldn't forward up on the panel, no bad fam. I want to move, so.
Yeah, I'm trying to cause John Wick is saying that going on my browser settings, so that's where I am at right now with the mic.
Yeah.
So hold
Tell him
on.
tell him for forward pan. Yo, if you have forward pan here, the panel will help her, bro.
Yeah,
That's
let me
time.
see if it probably or no, I'm gonna try it and see. Hold on, me go try forward on the panel and see if it's gonna work again. Hold on. All right, Mr. D. All right, so this sound there. All right, guys, I'm just sorting out the audio. Give me 1 second. Yeah, John, me
Boom.
think me probably figure it out. So, all I'm gonna try something and see what go on.
Well, make sure you put yourself on the stage.
Yeah, hold on there.
Oh, the
Blackstar
problem.
boy, I truly busy, man. I deal with a little issue, you see me?
Oh,
But I listen. In the background, kind of nice. I got noisy.
Hold on there, guys. Hold on, hold on.
Yeah. From me, I hear that, me into work, Mel.
so excellent here.
So if we put ourselves on the stage and turn on our mic, and if you turn off the mic on the turn down the volume on our phone and turn off the mic on our phone. I mean, hear it echo a while ago in my G. You hear me?
Yeah, hear me, John Wick?
Hear me, I hear you.
Oh, hold on
My
there.
computer you
Okay,
use
good.
now?
Yeah, I use the computer, I mute my phone, so I guess that
Yeah,
should.
man. See that, hit that.
All right, I'm gonna click off on my phone. Let me see how it go now.
You can use your phone to read comment now while you're doing this, see me?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and you hear me now, right? You guys are hearing me?
Perfect, perfect.
Good, 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 good. All right, all right. All right. So
Mills, you see,
let me think.
Mills. Yeah, hear me, Mills?
Yeah, yes, me, I hear you.
If you didn't know your computer like how you know your kitchen.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right, Black Star Boy. All right, guys, welcome to the live. Welcome to the live, guys. Let's we kind of like refresh yourself. Might have a little technical difficulties as usual, but we get it sorted. Um T Dog, big up yourself. Welcome to the chats. Who else is here? Ireland Ruby, big up yourself, girl. ODS, big up yourself. Thank you guys for being here. As you guys can tell from the topic, Tea Time with Mellz, reminiscing on dancehall early 2000. Guys, I want to hear from you guys in the chat. I want to hear from you guys in the panel. You know, we kind of like having some fun today, reminiscing about the early 2000. Before I do anything else, hold on. I'm sharing my screen, guys. So just waiting for a second. Let me know if you guys can see my screen sharing.
Not yet.
All right, hold on. It's still
Yeah, it look like
moving.
it alone.
All right, so while
It's
that's
a load.
loading, guys, no why.
Good.
All right, so while that's loading, guys, I wanted to play, some of my favorite throwback songs from the early 2000, which I know that a lot of you guys can relate to. But while it's loading, I just want to keep it moving. So, John Wick, yesterday I was on your live, or last night I was on your live, and I was very inspired about a part of the last conversation that we were having. Songs that really stood out to us from the early 2000. And I know at one point in time we're talking about Elephant Man, and we were talking about his dominance. We're talking about him being on BET for that Juke Girl song that he was doing back in the day. And it just had me really thinking. It really had me thinking about his energy and how iconic he is. And it kind of had me thinking about like other artists also in that same era. Obviously, there's a lot of the forefront today. So I don't remember if it was, I think when I was in high school or I was in primary school, hearing these songs, like the burst of energy and the excitement. It was really something definitely to be a part of. When we're talking about like songs like Pon the River, Pon the Bank, songs like Signally, playing those songs, it was all about like the dancing movements and stuff like that, where like when it comes to dancing and stuff like that, it in this time and era, it boils down to like TikTok and those things. So you realize how we have shifted so drastically from from those era. Sex yourself, Wagwan, big up yourself. One Side King, big up yourself. Thank you so much, guys. Guys, don't forget, on your way in, don't forget to like the live. I have, let's see here, I have 14 of you guys here thus far. So which means if you're new to the channel and you have not yet subscribed, then go ahead and subscribe to the channel. All right, so for those of you guys who are just joining in, welcome guys. Welcome to the early 2000s. We're going to have a conversation about the early 2000s. I want to get your guys' feedback. I want to hear from you guys how that era of Simply, how it have spoken to you. What were some of the things that were your favorites? I'm going to talk about some of mine from that era, and I want to hear from you guys as well. Not just the songs, but also the style. We're going to get into it today. So for you guys joining in and you're wondering what the topic is for today, and of course, if you guys want to join the panel and if you guys want to have a conversation, we can have a conversation around that too, right? So I sat for a moment, at 2 a.m. this morning, and I was literally reminiscing about the early 2000s. So I thought to myself, like, 2000 dancehall came from real street energy, real community, real clashes, and real competition. I don't know if you guys can remember, but the competition was extremely heavy out there. The things that we saw, the things that was happening was just simply, amazing, right? And that is just something that this era, in my opinion, just simply cannot compete with. Some things to point out is you cannot, just recreate old school anymore. You cannot recreate that baggy jeans moment, right? You cannot do that into today's day. So when we talk about like the street energy, right, we dance until we're tired, we have fun, we learn the dance move, real community. We challenge each other and we clash, and we own the spotlight, right? When we used to watch those videos, when it comes to those street dances, people were just more intrigued, wanting to get to know the dance, how it's done. And we used to doing his thing in the dance. And we have people like, Sadiki and Shelly Belly, and we have John and Mad Michelle them, and we have Stacy. Those people like really set the dancing foundation, right? And and that was really, something to, really reminisce. That was really something for me to really reminisce on. So I just wanted to bring that to the conversation today. Now, while we don't need to go backwards and we need to move forward with memory, right? Simply meaning that we want to keep, the confidence, and we want to keep the storytelling, and we want to keep that edge, right? I personally, speaking as a one-side revolutionist, speaking to the younger generation, um, I just want to mention, before we dive deep into the past, just to kind of look into the future a little bit based on things that we need and what we need to see in order for us to move forward, right? So we need the memory, right? And there's so much memory to behold when it comes to the early 2000s. We also need to find, not to find, but also artists need to find their own voice again, right? Better story artist development. And I mean, I think we could have like a whole conversation like surrounding when it comes to, the memory of it, right? In the early 2000s, we know that there used to be like artists, a lot of artists hop on one rhythm, right? And when, they hop on one rhythm, everybody's trying to, we buy CDs and things like that because we want to be able to, of course, hear our own, our favorite artists, or we want to not necessarily sum up these artists, but like sum up these artists and trying to pick apart as to what your favorite song is on that CD, right? So it's really a memory, to behold, and it's something that we would love to see, for the future. We used to see a lot of storytelling, a lot of these artists is just being their own and just telling their own story, and just having that global, awareness. And as far as global awareness is concerned, we do have artists, for example, like Sean Paul, they were on the global stage rather, but so early, right? And was able to cross over. Elephant Man was able to cross over too, hence we had a great hit like Gumbia, and that was literally, I don't remember where it fell on a BET top 10, but I remember there, that was one song that was just killing it overseas, and it's good that we can reminisce on the early 2000. So I don't want to feel like I'm just yapping and yapping and yapping away. Hold on, Father Gore is backstage. Father Gore, welcome to the conversation.
Yes, I'm here listening.
For Father Gore, I forgot that you were in California. When I saw that you put the hours thing, I remember that you were in California. I'm so sorry about that.
No, man, you're good, man. It was my error. Come here, say, I want to go on, but me
But
forgot
me
some
kind
of
of
them know what to forget some of them with the too.
yeah. So what me should have do, but what me glad say is that you wanna miss it. You get what me say? Some of us glad say,
Right, yeah,
we kind of clear that up.
good, man.
Can you hear me, Father Gore?
Yeah, man, me hear, man.
Okay, cool. All right, so let's hear from the panel, guys. I don't want to feel like I'm just here yapping by myself. Top dog, your favorite 2000 moment or moments. Is Top Dog still here?
Yeah, I'm there. But
And
whatever I
Okay.
say,
yeah,
I'm there, man. Got you.
yeah. So my favorite song them they release in a them time they are like I'm would I say Bad Man Forward would I forget my I'm gonna say would I forget my forward Bad Man Forward, Bad Man Pull Up. That song
Mm.
there it never normal in a place man. When you hear that play in the streets and everywhere else, every whole place just get busy and when and another song too, Elephant Man, Pon the River, Pon the Bank. That never know and where the bunks stay. Yo, that song like crazy in that place, man.
What about you, John Wick? You have any favorite moments from the early 2000s?
As in Elephant Man or dancehall in general.
I mean, just dancehall in general. Like any
Okay.
favorite moments,
Yeah, man.
from that from.
The Elephant Man moment too, but you also have one of the moment where you push it up there with Sean Paul. Just give me the light. You see me I say? Carrying on to when you go
Mm-mm,
drop all temperature and that I wrap up the place.
mm-mm.
You see me I say? And Elephant Man I'll do them crazy crossover them. I sing over like R. Kelly song them and them thing they bro. The man is have the place away.
I'm
And
telling
then
you,
you
like
have
that
Bean
was.
Man King of the dancer. Jaja, the video they come with the energy when it just drop. You
Mhm.
see what I say? Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
The dancehall.
Huh?
That's how me I sing, man.
Oh,
Song tough, bro.
yeah,
You
You
man.
know
know,
what?
this. Go ahead, Father Gore.
With all of what the man, Elephant Man and the rest artists that I mentioned, you notice in
Mhm,
them time they have BT or 106 Park, something like that.
mhm.
And we used to have a
Yeah.
portion of Jamaican artists. I fuck up the chat then time then. I remember Rainy Wonder, No Letting Go.
Yeah,
And
man.
then
Yeah.
came to that time then. About 4, 5, 6 dancehall artists I rotate on beat in that time then.
Yeah, man. Remember Lady
Yeah.
Santana Stevens did I get peace out?
Yeah. Remember
You
me
see what I
too.
say? Yeah,
Baby
Um,
man.
Sam, baby Sam
He's
come take a
on.
piece of it too.
Baby Sham. Yeah, man.
Yeah. I'm more than 5 to think
A couple
about
of
it.
them well, man,
More
did I
than
run
5.
out. Did
All
I
right,
run
let me
out,
tell you
man?
another thing too. Let me tell you
All
another thing right
Caesar,
now.
all Caesar, did he get a piece of it with the Foxy Brown and he made a pair with the diplomats them dipset as
You
well.
the difference
Jules
with dancehall.
Santana.
The difference with dancehall back then compared to now. Back then,
Mhm,
the hip hop artists them used to come and look for dancer artists to collab with them.
mhm.
Yeah, hip hop artists them are run down dancer artists for the collab. Now,
Cause the energy.
but I know that remember them are create waves out there and some special platform. So me I say,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
now I other way around. Now what them a man now I try to get link up. And so when you make it some man, the hip hop artists that they gonna find you. Come remember even the same baby sham there when what's your name? Alicia Keys to do the remix.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
Alicia
man.
Keys.
Yeah, forget the story.
But, yeah, and she even said that the song it's amazing. The song speak a lot about her life, her early life, childhood as well. That's what I say. So
Yeah,
back
man.
then, the music was on a higher level, man. And then I
And
reach
then
places compared to now.
yeah, and then they have Junior Gang do him thing too. A whole heap with it over them man.
Braga Benz.
Man, that's
Spragga
true.
Benz.
So,
Actually,
Yeah.
the whole place, bro, is over there. Even
ODS,
Giga.
ODS in the chat says Praga Benz with Kevin Little. Um, hey, ODS has
Light
said
switch.
song there.
Turn around
Oh,
like a light. You know, dog.
I'll
that
take
song there, me I
He
tell you.
okay
That
then for real
song
too,
there,
dog.
But
that
but
song there,
so
me I tell
but so
you.
telling you what am I song for you 2000 still. Go on through Mellz.
But like, I have like a lot of favorites, but like since ODS bring up that Spraga Benz and the Kevin Little, yo, turn me on that song there.
Yeah,
Like, we could just make it
but
here.
that song there, that that song that they hit big time for the remix.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, both
Yeah,
both both of them did hit. Both the original and the remix did hit.
Kevin Nicole, yeah, Kevin Nicole there. Ivy right now we play it the crazy same way. The song there, never normal.
of course.
I bet
I
enough of them you
Hands
trying to know them song then.
dance can dead.
Mellz, you know which song is my favorite song from the 2000s?
Good song.
Some man ask the girl them there, but anyway, they had the girl them there. What you do? What you stop for?
Oh my
Everybody
god.
keep them right up on it. Hey, you see when that clear? You see when that
Jaja.
clear? A madness gonna broke out. That
Yeah,
was the
man.
beginning of Daggerin. That was the beginning of Daggerin. Anthony B did have theme song Kingston City.
Look how sexy black girl in a Kingston City
Kingston
with a
City.
fall weight.
And yeah,
Two firm titty.
song that is
Yeah,
sick.
man.
Anthony B that is sick for real. Up
That's
until
why when
now.
the YFL read him name it Kingston City 2.0.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Okay, it's like it's a continuous story. It's like a story.
Yeah, man, I'm a reminisce, man. You know, I remind me about the girl, from Kingston, the same girl from that thing. Me, I tell you, man, like it was amazing. Let me see, who's that? What's that? How do you pronounce that? Like, oh, is that supposed to be what, DJ? DJ, what, Cross Global Media? Big up yourself. I don't know if I've seen you here before, but thank you so much for being a part of the live today. Big up yourself. Miss Lyrical
Yeah, subscribe.
Lens, rather, big up yourself. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being here today.
Ask DJ
Yeah, you
if him
guys can
subscribe to
continue,
the
man.
channel. Yes.
Ask who?
DJ.
Or DJ. Or DJ.
What?
DJ, if you're new here, subscribe to the channel, please. Thank you. That way you can know when I'm live and you can be a part of the conversation. If you're new to the channel, you have not yet subscribed, that is. Yeah.
Yo. Oh. Egyptian. Remember
Mm-hmm.
Egyptian? That was a major hit. Come then time
Mm-hmm.
American tourism industry and look for the white. I mean, I talk about white boy come forward. And time I go even time I also use my car and hustle car tourists go on the history. And you me see the man them sing the Egyptian there. The Egyptian there was a big time, was a mega hit internationally. Remember the
Mm-hmm.
Egyptian?
Oh, yes, I go with herself, shell
Because
reminiscing. Oh, yes, in the chat said that's why she lives sick a brace on you because it gives me that vibes. I agree
and say
with
which
you
one?
100% ODS and brace on you. She said
Girl
that's why she
more
loved the Massacre song was say brace on you because it gave her that vibe.
what the Egyptian vibes?
No,
I don't know,
it gave the 2000 vibe.
Yeah, the 2000. Yeah, the Dancehall 2005.
Dancehall
Mas-
2000. She liked that
Massacre
much
have,
because it gave her that vibe. You have
yeah,
more than one song, man.
yeah, him have couple. Him have couple we give 90s and him have couple we give 2000s. Yeah. The artist know what him a do still. Yeah.
Yeah, let's see what
See,
else.
that's why Massacre different from most of them artists I know. Which other artists I know can drop song with transcend and we can transition into both 90s, uh early 2000s and now 2000s type of vibes, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Get more for all,
Yeah,
yeah.
man.
Oh, Girl Me on Foot. Yeah, that was
DJ said
that song get gold or silver somewhere, if me not mistaken. That song they a big
Yeah,
song,
this
man.
song
man.
there was a
All your big
made
song. I remember say Nicki Minaj they remix it.
Cool. How you say that get
about
double
4 times the
platinum?
song the remix.
Yeah, she did mix it.
About
Wait, say
Yeah,
about
the
platinum
four
got
double
times
top
the
plat.
song
notch.
the remix.
He got platinum
Yeah,
top notch.
I mean
Bro,
double
I supposed to
platinum
buy
like
boy the
UK.
you know, Egyptian
I
reach
supposed to
out
buy
and song, bro. You see, man, look
I
like him
supposed
and
to
do
buy boy
music.
the produce it, you know. Your name Johnny Fix or some the better the way. I always I give intake for about Grammy. Any Fix
Fix.
Was it them?
Uh,
Johnny Johnny Fix or something like that. John Fix or John X.
John FX.
Something like so.
Yeah,
In
man,
the
know
in
we are
my
talking,
part of
man.
the
We know
yeah.
we are talking.
That
Yeah.
kind in that give you all in come up with the
John
thing
FX.
there, you know. Effects,
Mm.
yeah. In that come with the instrumental thing there. Cause the
John
album, you
FX.
know, I must say, I never that song that then that carry. And it shot and go and take over the entire space. I must big time.
Oh.
And the
John
same rhythm
FX
that
and
my
Ricky
father
Blaze.
depend
John
too, you know.
Effect, yeah
And the
man, John
same
Effect,
rhythm
yeah.
my father depend too.
Eh?
And the same rhythm that my father depend I get a big hit depend too.
You sound muffled, star boy.
I mean, I say, me know why me not, yeah. Oh, me think I did my phone.
Okay.
Oh, nah, yeah,
There's
yo,
some
outside, wind in a blood cleat.
Yeah, man, that a go on.
Mm-hmm. Man, I say,
Well,
I
yeah,
think my
man.
father did dep on him there and get a big international hit for him there too.
Bavado, which sang that?
Wait there. The whole girl more for all you and give it all to me. Now you see him with him?
No, man.
I two different rhythm.
Achu, you're right. Achu, you're talk. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, true,
man.
true, true, true.
Oh, you
Yeah,
give
true,
it all
true,
to
true.
me.
Yeah, yeah, is that a part of the juggling that for real? Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you see, that's the power of juggling, you know, bro. One song, if you have like four great songs on the rhythm and one of them go international, you know, bro, then it take time draw the next song
But,
them with them, you know, bro.
brother, brother,
Yeah,
that's
man,
how they
son.
about
That are
juggling.
beauty.
Huh?
But 90s,
That are the
90s,
beauty,
need
you
it.
know.
we need about juggling because 90s and early 20s, bro. We used to have three and four songs for one with in my head. And that's it.
Yo,
Cause
Yeah,
even
them
the
man.
sharp part, the sharp part give me the light. About four songs up on already, the shut it down. The Beanie Man,
yeah, the beanie man get dragged too.
the,
Yeah, get dragged in
the,
the limelight too.
the
Mm.
Sizzler. So what is mission? Yeah, Champa, Beanie Man, Sizzler. Oh, and Mad Cabra.
Yeah,
Press
so
the
the
jam,
same thing.
press the jam in a press
Alright.
people button. The Mad
Yeah,
Cabra.
yeah, for real. That Mad Cabaret song
Sick.
that big too, you know.
But, you know,
Yeah, man. Big too, man.
yeah,
Anything you want to know, so this it's son, so we go anywhere in America, yeah, man, and you see your blood clot, white people are singing the song now, word for word, yo.
and a
You know,
sample it.
when I put with people that are singing it, word for word, you know, say it's all God.
Remix and sample it.
Father girl, look on the rhythm there. I must say LA rhythm or something like that name. With Sean Paul have a song like Glow. When like Glow a big song, you know. When
Yeah.
like Glow take off, you know, it drag Beanie Man song, you know.
When it's a
Beenie
baby,
Man
you look
song.
fine.
Yeah, baby, you look fine. Yeah, man.
Oh, me
I
tell you,
come.
me tell you,
Baby
me tell,
man.
me tell, me tell you who have it other
Baby.
big song on the rhythm there. Um,
Oof.
she drive me crazy. Oh, and
Yes,
how
yes,
sing
yes,
that?
yes, yes. I think I miss a
Oh, that's sing
easy.
that.
I miss a easy.
Yeah, that song that they play. I know that song that play in the club, dog.
Yeah, man. Them song they play right through right now. Them song they not whole heap of
Semuye,
juggling.
semuye, semuye. And then you have the don't forget to not have the Sean Paul Get Busy. Pumba,
Yeah, man.
that song they and the rhythm. I was which was it? Did Duali with it rhythm that?
Oh, I get busy.
Which rhythm Get Busy was on again?
Um,
Yeah, man, I
oh,
think I
Them
them
do
say
it.
no.
buzz, buzz with him. I think I
Elephant the
buzz.
funny.
No, I no
Eh?
buzz. Get busy, I no buzz.
I do all
Um,
them, man.
Say that yeah, cause it have a clappy thing. Then they say cut I
Yeah,
can
man. Yeah, man.
cut penny
Yeah.
penny can.
Elephant the funny boy, ring a
Diwali.
rosy.
Yes, man,
Do
me I
Diwali.
tell
all it.
you.
Yeah, man.
Do all the rhythm, man, me I tell you. And then no, don't forget the Charlie Block. That thing that sound like a gold and platinum, not true. Party
Sorry about the
Animal.
funny rhythm there.
Party animal.
No,
Yeah,
no,
you
no.
a
I'm just talk
party
about
animal.
Charlie Block. Party Animal.
They're different.
That
No,
song they
different
just
rhythm
slap
there.
and just
Yeah, different rhythm.
a different
yeah,
rhythm.
yeah, different
Oh,
We
rhythm.
just
what?
talk about the song.
Yeah, different rhythm, man.
Oh, but you
Yeah,
see,
try
though,
shut up.
if we sit down here and talk right now, you can mention maybe 100 songs within that period of time that we used to fuck up the scene internationally compared to now, yo.
Mm.
Yeah, man,
But
Island
we
you
can
know
make
Rose
what,
it
set
though?
push.
You know what, though?
songs on
Take a pin. I'm sorry, but you know why, though? You see, back then, me not care nobody want about, but no why we not back. Me a big man, me not fuck the man and white thing. You see, back then, most of them artists, yeah, they signed to some label. I know for them song there, there's a label behind it to push it. Now them claim say, you mess them on them now. Them claim say, then get robbed, then get money, get in, how much money the label make off of them or whatever. So everybody now want go solo and go by themselves. But them not have a link to push the music like like the label them can push because it's a thing they know. Yeah, it's the label thing now. They like is a committee. But them run we have something blow up. At them is an organization. That's the word more. That's the word more. It's an organization, and at them control that. If you know in that circle, your song have for real good for blow up out there, and then can blackball it too. You see me I said. So even that's and I'm give a perfect example. With what boy name with Drake and the other youth here. I don't remember any name. I don't know Kendrick. Someone never.
Kendrick
Kendrick.
With the
Lamar.
one song. Yeah, I am blew up here and I up a Grammy and sit there and get that him. Them think there was a spy. Them a did spy for spy Drake. What me just say. Me just said if say this that once you know a part of that circle, it's hard. I like. I don't know want go this still, but me go say it still. All right, okay. Like so, well, if the cartel in an prime and turn there, and when him in an prime, I incident that old back and I say, boy, him are pushing things solo. If any in an prime and then get serious, and when the record label then reach your team and signing thing, yes, in my when I say in my volume, he writes and whatever his song is, but nothing sign on them blow up more than or them blow up right now because that organization and them people like then not make you're not gonna survive if you're not part of the team. Where I think Afrobeat gone so along the Afrobeat today, where I think it gone so global now. Cause check all of them. Most of them top Afro artists them signed to a label and the label push them thing. I push them music.
So you think how would you talk Father God?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your Father God. You see, what you say? I real thing you're talking on J, but um I feel like the artists them I feel like some of them just afraid I contract them. But what they need to do, make sure say whichever record label them are sign with, make sure say them have a lawyer with them for actually sit down and read it with them and so them not do no foolishness. Cause I have some record label who just use you and you no know say them are gonna use you. But based on the terms and the contract, them no and them never understand that from the beginning. But you see, if you as an artist no understand for what the contract say from the beginning, you will um you will have a better idea of where you get yourself in. So them just need to make sure say on any record label because I have some good record label out there like Def Jam. I deal with massacre thing and how massacre deal with theme thing too at the same time. How them a work hand in and you get to me I say. So them just need to make sure say the right record label them a go to. Or the right record label approach them. Cause look where the record label where Skilly Bang signed to. Last night me did a mix it and I say the record label Skilly Bang signed to then just put one bag of international collab on the man instead of help the man build him on a thing first. So them just try to make a quick money out time for say, yo, do the song there with a big artist there, do the song there with the other big artist there. So you think you can get a little global. But at the end of the day, when time you go reach certain level now and you forgot try to drop a single now by yourself, you have to struggle. Cause everybody rely upon you to get international collab to make your thing work.
But remember, Top Man, we had a conversation the other day about Massacre, and I think Black Star was a part of the conversation. I think it was his question. We were talking about what we think about the label that Massacre is a part of now. And we were talking something very similar to that. They allow him to be himself and allow him to be organic, right? So even when it comes to even certain collabs, people may probably wonder why I'm not collab with certain people and whatnot. They're allowing him to be himself and grow. So it ties right back to what you're saying about Skillibeng. They're propping him up, right? And then once you take away that influence, it's like he's really nobody. And that's what is, in my opinion, that's what he is in dancehall right now. So lots of people, they give him
Care
his
about him again.
because of those collaboration or collabs that he has done. But really and truly, if you take away that those collabs, what is Skillibeng? And that's a question for us to really sit and
I'm
ask
gonna be
ourselves.
I'm gonna answer. I'm gonna be honest with that right now. Um, Skillibeng him him working with there, cause him two song them get the attention of whatever label that sign him. I mean, they 6 or 1 and a half those of the other. Yeah, them put him to collab with some big artists, but at the same time, with that collaboration, them expose him to another to those artists fan base as well. So each one of them when collab with him him get looking for some of the fans over there, so fans over there. So cause think about it. The past I went, for last year in that issue at Germany I perform and our Skilly Ben are then the listening white people are going to Skilly Ben song. Skilly Ben come Jamaica like that, and I get that kind of feedback there. Big man thing. You know,
Nah,
then
different
I mean
alone.
you know,
So,
6 or 1 6 or 1 after the other.
so when I think with Skillibeng thing now, I think is so the record label doing that is one thing. However, them expect Skillibeng for and in management team for manage his core fan base, which he started off with, which Father Go rightfully say, him put in the work for get himself to a certain level. I think what has been missing from Skillibeng is that Skillibeng has not been putting in the work for him to maintain his core fan base that he gained. Him not putting in the work to maintain the attention from that people were giving him. And instead
Mm.
of sitting down and focusing on producing quality, he's adapting the cartel formula of just throwing out anything where him go sing in a studio and him just put it out. And when him do that now, you realize that the fans them don't react well to it. The people them leave him lose him core fan base. And that's why he's struggling. You see, if Skillbang did a money time thing and a do quality control where certain songs don't hit the space for make the people them lose off him or lose interest in him, he would have be a solid artist locally and globally. But he's not managing him. Him investing in the whole chronicle and cartel idea of just throwing out a bunch of music and hoping someone it, and that don't
But
work.
but wait,
And it
we're not
never
you know
do that.
we're not honest. I remember this verse. We're not honest enough. I look into it now. Look on Sean Paul. Sean Paul that the same with about 3 single, 3 or 4 single him do. And from that appear, appear kind of Sean Paul about that. All of them platinum and look window. Look if I call up them.
I'm have some singles where go and send it to man, but the color then go bigger.
And up
Yeah,
until
but
now, and then cut up it's on some real mega star.
so
You see me I say, so
so
I saw film thing, got you. I saw film thing. So me I said that to say this. But the skill event thing, you know, but that's the same trend, but me feel like him now, ain't get him second. He never got he couldn't go harder. You see me I say for the moment, then get a platform there where performers where do some with certain people. You see me I say, he like him second. Him not
all
try
right.
push him career from there so.
So Father Gore, I agree with you on that 100%, right? Sean Paul is also an example, right? And what happened in a Sean Paul case is that early on he had some solid. It's just like what Skillibeng did have, but Sean Paul did just have a bit more. As a matter of fact, Sean Paul had a album which the Dirty Rock album, which I think sell gold and all of them things. That's his entire project. So Sean Paul does have a huge catalog for him to fall back on in even the diaspora. But the reason why when we have King conversation and greatest of all time conversation, Sean Paul don't don't pop up outside of the numbers and the global influence is exactly because of the same thing that we're saying now, that even though the money have the global impact and the collaborations and everything, them not have the music that is grabbing the local and the diaspora fan base to this date. And that's why them name now get mentioned. Probably if Sean Paul for him global status, him probably can't fill a stadium like how a cartel would do it. Or a Buju Banton would do it. In a him own right, in a him own country which part him come from. And things like that play factor in, like the global collabs them will keep him, and him not necessarily a hit in the diaspora. Him is like Sean Paul hit when him get the big collab them and him take off abroad. Him not really hit, but even before he went abroad, Sean Paul never did a hit in a dancehall. People usually skip past, get busy, and give me the light them pan rhythm, cause the selector them
But
say, oh, him
I may
slow
tell
down
them,
the tempo,
I
the
may tell them
tempo.
and say, give me the light, boss. When Jamaican see man pan BT, because after a while that song they fade out, and when you start get you see start rotate pan BT, you see they select them out and everybody start play it, and the rhythm itself get another big buzz in a dance hall. You see,
Yeah.
there's another song me I try remember which other song I'm though, but the one that they shot though, the shot a yard.
But at the same thing, I'm with Skilly Bang. Remember say wap wap. The people this Skilly Bang over wap wap, Remember say
Yeah,
Jamaican people
yeah,
dump it in the garbage bin, and then it got hit. It got hit in a England and in a US,
yeah, and I close the
And
one then
that's,
that's what
that's
there.
how it become
That's
a
what
big song in a dancehall.
uncle like chance down when him it scratch away one call it. He'll have a fight and all of a sudden all of a sudden
Father Gore, you
it a
got
take
too
over.
far though. Yeah,
Yeah, me that
Father
said
Gore.
me after coming in with Father Gore talk about. That's like night and day, Father Gore. Sh- You know what is true. Coming up with some
All
bad
right,
mind.
yeah, I'm gonna say this now. You see, if him they, they have that song, if that song they link up with what it one of those label or those people that are in the organization, it could have reached somewhere too. Cause at the first vibe, you know, cause they wap when I wap. Be honest.
Not no much, just some like a gimmicks thing. People tend to love that gimmicks thing there for some reason.
And you what confuse me. When he did that interview and give an example, he did the interview and tell them, oh, you come up with this wap. It's like, it don't make no sense to me. So in that, I remember back in a slavery, with the beat. So I said, oh, I don't know. Unless I must say, boy, he might think about slavery, like when they used to beat people, I might think about now, say,
Who said that?
when they scope, and then when they might think, say, in my pre, say, my shoot the slave master. I mean, no, I know, must say mean.
Who said that?
Hey, this interview.
Skilly Bang said that?
That's what the wap. That's what the wap coming. You know, we believe so. Yes, a wap it's a fire shot. Yeah,
That is the Father Gore for you.
I swear to God, I'm not lie to you.
Yo, the man fool every.
The man say,
Why the man say that?
the man say, uh, that me I say, bro, me not understand how that. I don't know. But for and then because I mentioned the slavery thing, the kind of the interview. Remember how old the brother was? I was a female. Then can I just take time for the family? So can I know some people don't want to hear certain things. But I say, oh, that come in.
Yo, the
Oh,
man
this
fool
slavery
every.
thing
The
and
man
wap.
said
Me never understand it, yo. Up until to the day, me don't understand it.
the man is such a be a foolishness. Him don't even know what he must say.
And probably just do the
And
song that tag and panel. Do the song and never know it a go hit as where Black Star Boy say it hit, saying him have to come up with some explanation for the foolishness. So I just that him just probably make up something.
then the pan run. You know why? You know, only thing me about run. The moment me made the song, me can see it, me can hear that song into a movie. Like a scene where a man a go run the in life or something. You see me I say?
Yeah.
And then they'll have a fight and it create a way, but again, because they're so and I yes so then thing they get pushed out overseas, whosoever in this sign to them push it. You
But
know?
but to your point though, Father Gore, I love it when you said earlier on when we're talking about like the juggling is needed. We need the juggling back in a dancehall again. I think it push more artists to to know themselves and to push themselves because when them hear other artists under rhythm, everybody mindset is to be the best,
Yeah,
right?
everybody want to take the rhythm. That's true.
And everybody
That's
wanted the
true.
rhythm. I think earlier on, so I think it was Od ODS said that there was an artist. She said, was it her?
They're
Hold on.
fabulous. It's about they're fabulous.
Yeah, and she said something about because I think when we were talking about the whole juggling, somebody it could be
Oh,
audio.
they're fabulous have three hit song from one with
Yes,
him. I'll tell him
yes,
that.
yes. Terra Fabulous have three hit song. ODS, if
Yes.
ODS come to the panel and talk to us for a second about those three hit songs that Terra Fabulous have on that rhythm.
Action, not about action. No man na play na fabulous. That fabulous ato.
Dungeon 9, big up
No man na
yourself.
play
If
number two.
you're Dungeon 9, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Go ahead and like up the live, guys. Thank you so much for joining today.
Yes, well, big up.
Love
Okay,
one.
just so.
But
Oh,
yeah, man, the 2000, back to the conversation, the 2000 was a golden period in a dancer. Because, what did make the 2000 so great? We saw so many different camps, so many different artists all working together while all
mm-hmm.
competing at the same time.
Yeah.
And
There
it
was a
just
unity.
boosts the creative energy that was in the space. And we got some really good songs out of that period. Like the whole energy was magnificent.
And also too, when on the rhythms, sometimes you will hear one artist and say, no man, the artist are gone with the rhythm. And then somebody else drop on it with a different flavor, with a different and just take over I think Movada was on I don't remember which rhythm it was. Was it which rhythm? Was it the intoxicated rhythm with Movada? What him do settle down for me the settle down when him say settle down for me baby. You know say you a drive me remember him just did take over the rhythm there?
Yeah,
Was it
Steve
Overproof,
not there.
overproof rhythm.
Yeah, yeah,
Overproof.
yeah, yeah. Him a-
overproof rhythm?
him and Beanie. Who was there on everything though? Who did it on everything there? Beanie for it.
Being it pan it too.
And
Him and Beanie.
Ioctane was it on it too? I think Ioctane was on it too.
Yeah. Thanks,
Ioctane
yeah,
have
What
definitely.
it?
a bad
Stop
What
song
it?
and
identification.
I
Pull up my
don't have
tongue,
a
pull, I
bad
guess.
song
Oh
on
yeah,
it
yeah,
too.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, we love the vibes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. For real.
And the
But when
Yeah,
we
beat.
did
acting, the acting, the fella.
when we really did that set, is that there were so many different camps and so many different artists coming together on these rhythm. Like when you have a
Yeah,
buzz rhythm,
yeah.
and you have a man like
Siseki,
Capleton, and you have a man like Scissor that are the Rasta community. You
what
have
I
a
know,
Mm-hmm.
man like
Siseki said,
Turbulence, the Rasta community,
Siseki
the
said what
pan
about,
dancehall rhythm, and you'd have the Killer, you'd have the Beanie, you'd have whoever in the alliance
Anthony
or at that
too.
time, they pan it. You probably have one and two. You probably have a Spragga upon it. So there was just so many different camps and so many different artists that can
Mhm.
work together. Even though it's competition, the fact is the whole of them on the same rhythm. All of them are compete, and all of them know say if me get success, the other people in the rhythm are gonna get success. And
Mhm.
that's why I cause a lot of the division right now. Cause a man feel like if him go up on a rhythm and hit, him no want give nobody else no exposure. So them have them in-house producer, and that's just it.
Siseki said what about, Donna, yeah, Donna the hit pan everything there too.
On the Caribbean girl.
Right? Yeah,
Caribbean
yeah, 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 yeah.
for the
Just like
time.
it's the way I said a while ago, John Wick, like a TJ do what, drift, and then the man I said DJ Maca gonna like him and wore out the rhythm. You remember that little argument that I go on when they fall out,
Yes, that is exactly
and
it.
drift was such a big song. If you just lock the rhythm at the man, them find some time and put two other big song on the rhythm, wherever drift go, you could have helped them and the music go somewhere too.
Yo,
So
pan
artists used to
juggling,
pull other artists, yo. Juggling
yeah.
really help the genre, yo.
No song no kill no song pan juggling. No song no kill song pan juggling. As a matter of fact, it more for do the opposite.
Now
The
watch it.
stronger song them, I go pull the weaker song them. I just
I
so
watch
juggling
it.
thing.
Me see DJ Mark with him. Where you feel like when Niger boy do things, I say, yo, but can nobody want him say Niger boy take the rhythm until Anthony be forward with the
Yes,
boxer
yes.
rubbers.
Me feel the
Uh,
same
it's
way.
when the boxer rubbers go on the rhythm, you notice one bag of vintage man. Everybody, one bag of vintage man now. Everybody has a preview out there. They're on the rhythm. General B, and the side, I forgot the side, now it's man.
I think turbulence too, you know. I
One
think
bag of
turbulence is about run out too, you know.
One bag of man are sick come because the back server say if acting, me did make a comment can I say yo if it hit tell me I'm if I delete so every time I delete it blood clot. Cause I say if you can't beat if you're not gonna beat Anthony B, so nobody put it out there.
Hey,
Oh
TT,
there.
no,
So
me laughing
it
and
was a
listening.
faggy picking now.
TT
Can I
say,
hear the
"Fuck
song?
it, no, hey, me say one piece.
What
Hey, one
the
of my
song
friends
come out?
send it to me, you know. Yes,
The song?
no, him have one song pan the redeem the Father Gore when him drop. Low on Mondays. Me say what kind of man is to send me this in the early
Me don't
morning.
hear it.
It drop? It
Rotted.
actually drop? The
Me
song
go
drop?
send it to you. Black Star Boy, me go send it to you. Me not go
Chat
send it
stuff.
to this man. What me say, you know what? Me not bother mash up the morning because me I tell you, them people are them mad. Somebody send it to me
Play
early this
play
evening.
play
Nobody.
side man. Play one little piece side.
All right, hold on, hold on. All right, hold on there. Hold on, play a little piece
When I
like.
do get a highlight over here, so you know.
But you that depend in depend in Vivo.
You depend most more than like depend in Viva man, but me see a low and madness. Cause normally when me get them and I'm just send it around so other people can
How
see.
many years how many years how many years how many years Gaza man them a certain body?
So when ja, 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 ja. Low and mad, me not know, me not like Father God, that's a story by itself right there. So, but me tell you say it's just low and madness, given the fact. But given the fact we're talking about like the music and we're talking about the juggling, it's only fair if we talk about like these some of these magnificent rhythms that was out there that was really a hit out there for these artists to kind of like explore with. So we talk about the Diwali rhythm, we talk about the Coolie rhythm, we talk about the Showtime rhythm, we talk about the Doctor's Darling, and we have the Drop Leaf rhythm, right?
Me
So
have a
speak.
question. Me have a, go on. Sorry. Go
No,
ahead.
go ahead, Father Gore. You could go.
Something I got the wacky dip. Who for the wedding of the massacre the pan. The wedding there.
The work, I'm not sure, but if we look into it.
I think Def Jam and the producer in there, I remember who we
You
get
know,
it.
when me hear me say yo, so the wedding there just have the wedding bad in a dog. That any
Mhm.
it's in the dancing rhythm. It's any rhythm what pretty in the dance or when make you have to dance. Check the levels of the song them. We always the reading them, the song them, the juggling them, we fuck up dance and hit the international stage. That rhythm there. Me I said to myself, the man I can drop two other man pan the rhythm there. Two other bad artists and two other bad song.
Mhm.
Remember that? Remember 'cause when the man, when it's just song was a big life. Like you get ready for going at the groove. Bad man. All the rhythm should be a juggling dog. Cause the song, come on, she can start off a song, you know.
All right,
So
I'm gonna bring you guys down memory lane with one of my favorite rhythm from the 2000, and then I guess we can talk about it a little bit later. Let me. You guys can see my screen, right?
me I watch the chat, so me not say nothing. Go on, but we are listen.
Yeah,
All
man,
right.
that's screen.
Oh, yeah, see the screen. All right. Okay. Tell me if you can't hear.
Cause you don't want everybody to we all will get the concept. We know the song. We know the rhythm. The rhythm was a bad, but the difference is the rhythm there.
Mm-hmm.
All I sang it was every song was telling a story.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. All of the song them was telling a story. And they collect everything up to Bunty. When they sing pan with him there.
Love the
Yeah.
bunch. Me love, 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 love the bunch.
I couldn't see my queer.
That song, the body of freak. I
Yeah,
tell
yeah. Every
you,
song was
literally,
telling a story.
me I play that song this morning and funny like me say me see a softer version of Bunty. Me say, oh, a Bunty this? And then when him said, baby, don't leave me in the star, don't leave me in, when him start to DJ, me I tell you, like
Yeah,
it
yeah. It's sick, man. It's sick. It's sick for real.
was a
It's
big
okay. It's alright.
mm-hmm. Sexy
It,
Shell, welcome to the chat, welcome to the panel.
With Rodney, you know. Rodney Price.
Like a bunch.
Everyone. Um, just to add to this conversation about rhythm jugglings and things, right? This is a really big and unique part of just dancehall and reggae culture. There's actually, I've researched this, there is no other culture that has this feature to their music. And this conversation surrounding, even for example, why isn't dance hall a genre by itself at the Grammys, etc.? Well, this is one of the talking points really for a genre to be added as a category in the Grammys. It has to have unique features. It has to be distinguishable from everything else, and dancehall has that component, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dancehall is losing this flavor, the key part of what makes it dancehall and reggae. We're losing it, and that's why our culture has deviated, and now we're looking to other places to
Mm-hmm.
influence our music, where we used to influence the whole world, right? Everyone
so,
basically used to eat off of dancehall and reggae. Everyone here can basically agree to that. Now,
so,
drop leaf is one of my favorite rhythms. I agree with Father Gore. Everyone had a story to tell on this rhythm. But again, just to show you how influential dancehall and reggae, and again this feature of having a rhythm, we've now seen, I think it's J. Cole, he's released his new album. And
Mm-hmm.
he sampled, I think it's TOK's track from this rhythm.
yeah.
I don't think the modern dancehall and reggae understand how important this part of our culture is. We've lost what really is the core of our music, and they don't understand that this is we're talking about legacy.
Mm-hmm.
We're losing our legacy. How long ago was this rhythm released? I don't even know how long ago Drop Leaf was released. But here we are now in 2026. It tells us that our music has history and we have strong legacy and power behind our music. We really do need to bring back rhythm jugglings, and we need our artists need to get out of their feelings, drop their egos, and understand
True,
that competition makes you better.
true,
Competition
It
makes
is
you
true.
better.
100%. I will need back. I will need when I need back just juggling. We also need back one drop. We
Yes,
need
absolutely.
back one drop.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
agree with that Black Star boy. Sorry, Father God. I'll just quickly say this.
no, man, you're
That's
good.
true
No, you're good.
because, um, again, with the introduction of again, new age dancehall from Cartel coming up, we've seen that reggae is basically taken a back seat. It was really, and I've watched so many parties online, right? I've watched the Weddy Wednesdays, which I don't even know if it's still in rotation, but whatever. And the warm up sessions were reggae. When I watch these parties now, the warm up sessions is R&B.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
True, true.
It's
Yep.
absolutely
I real,
mind blowing to
I, tr-
me.
I true, Griffy. I real talk, I real talk,
We've
real
sidelined
talk.
one drop and reggae. Why have we done that? It's as if like we've totally detached
So, but guess,
our reggae, our Jamaican brand from reggae, and now it's just dancehall.
no, remember, so reggae is about love, and is that the thing about love or
Unity.
yeah, anyway, but like chant to talk about life and struggles or whatever. In other words, reggae was not about no skin out and them look or something there.
Hmm.
You understand
Hmm.
me? And then to the people them got to that side of the world right now.
Yeah.
That's why reggae them give reggae back the backbench.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see how much the culture has shifted away from what makes it unique again
So
to every
and
other genre there is.
so there are, I agree with your success chef, and
Yeah.
there are a number of factors, right?
Hmm.
The biggest one to me is Cartel, because he was the one who came and changed the moral fabric of the culture, right? When dancehall, reggae was before, and dancehall has been its offspring, but they were both rebellion music. They were a rebellion against the high society, what they were trying to impose on the lower class people and the average man and the average woman. It was a rebellion against that. What Cartel did was that when he came into dancehall culture, he changed it from being a rebellion music to being Jezebel music, right? And that is what corrupted dancehall, and it spilled over and basically killed reggae as well. Because it stopped becoming about fighting for a cause and fighting for unity and fighting against oppression, and it became about glorifying killing and
Yeah.
glorifying evil, just downright being evil.
Hmm.
And when he did that, it destroyed the fabric of the music.
Yeah, absolutely. And also like the, again, the minds of the people are warped because again, they're so contradictory and confused by obviously that cultural shift because for example, you'll probably see on social media there are a lot of different conversations around social issues, right? Well, all right, the main one is men wearing purses currently, right? And then you'll hear in the comments, oh, where are the Rastafarians to keep the culture and burn out these guys? But then these are the same people that said, oh, you need to leave them alone. This is a new age, it's a new generation. That confusion also came from the cartel era because what cartel wanted to do, in essence, like you said, was to obviously impose his own rules. And he had his own rebellion in a sense. It just turned out to be more corrupted. And it's really a rebellion without a cause. At least with reggae and
Right.
Rastafari and roots, they have a
It,
cause. There
it
is no,
was,
there is, Cartel has no cause behind his rebellion other than to be an outcast or be the
yeah,
the different
it was
person.
narcissistic. It was
Yeah,
very vain and very narcissistic. It was all about cartel, and that's
right,
really what music became. Everybody wanted to be the next cartel. That's what the
right.
music
And
is today.
yeah, and like I said, again, also with that cultural shift, like I said, reggae, and one drop, it just got sidelined. It's absolutely shocking to me,
But you know,
honestly. I haven't been to Jamaica in about 10 years, and I'm telling you, like when I watch these parties online, I'm so shocked that the warm-up is R&B, like foreign music. We're at a Jamaican party, we have one genre that's split into two, and we're using outside music
Yeah,
to
because
warm up our people.
growing up, sexy chef, when I was a young girl, like,
Yeah.
again, was talking about that when I was, young girl living in the country, and we used to have like we used to have, like, parties and stuff like in the community, and then we used to string up the sound system, like the warm up, like you said, I've always been, have always been those one drop reggae music that used to warm up the party and whatnot, and then it just transitioned into dancehall.
Yeah.
We never had this, whole thing. And you might have a little soul music here and there, but you never have no R&B rubbish in there.
Yeah. Like the warm up is basically Scissor
hey,
and Summer Walker. Like that's
Mhm.
it.
but, but what I know, what man, I know all only been about. Remember one time, in a dance hall, the peak hours, a reggae, or the hit song, when the Sanchez used to play, give it a chance. Remember that rhythm there? Give it a chance, and Shabba upon the rhythm too. Them the song there, a peak hours, them the song they playing in a dance hall one time, before this full whatever take over,
Yeah, so I agree, Father Gordon. I just say that to say that the drop leaf rhythm was basically one of the best. We would call it, I guess, like new age because obviously we had no John Holt or we had no Barris Hammond, right? But we are talking about the 2000s, and I obviously want to say drop leaf is definitely up there with Diwali, even though drop leaf is more one drop reggae. It definitely is comparable to again in terms of like impact and far reaching is comparable to a Diwali and it really is historical. And I think we need that back in the space. I don't know who will create these rhythms, um, but somebody has to do something because One Drop needs a space.
Sexy Chef, may you can we can probably take a class and see what we can do. Be the change we want to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Because this is just, and sorry to deviate. Like 10 years ago when I was in Jamaica, and I saw the cultural shift. Um, on a Sunday, it was still kind of traditional, but I could see that they were deviating. I saw people again going to KFC on a Sunday. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Jamaican culture is literally cooking your food on a Sunday, listening to your reggae
Yeah,
music
yeah, yeah,
after
yeah,
you've
yeah.
been to church, right? And you've put on your reggae
Mm-hmm.
music in the background and you cook your dinner. And I saw the shift and I was thinking to myself, well, I really don't understand this. It doesn't even feel like I'm at home. It feels like I'm somewhere else because the culture isn't really here. The culture that I know isn't here. And I just feel like it's just gone downhill from then. So I'm not surprised that One Drop and reggae have really been sidelined in a sense.
You know what the sexy chef? I was at the when I hear me.
Yeah, I'm hearing
Yeah, I
you.
can
Yeah,
hear you.
yeah.
I was at the Bob Marley birthday celebration concert last night. And remember me tell you, so when time you go there and you hear how everybody just sing and with the vibes, everybody in a love and unity, nobody nah, sing nothing, not really sing nothing out of order or nothing like that. They get to me and say everybody just did it for the culture.
Happy.
Hmm.
Everybody just
No school
unite.
fear.
So yeah, man, it was so refreshing,
It's a
really and
different vibe,
truly.
isn't it? Is that full? Am I speaking to Fully?
No, top dog.
No. Top Dog.
Was so
Sorry, Top Dog. It's a different vibration. You can feel the different vibe, right?
mm.
When you're in that space.
Yeah, man, nobody
Yeah.
not try to show off or say, oh, them a top man. I them a stand up one side and just a try to look like them a bad man or nothing like that. Everybody just have a vibe and I
Happy.
get to me.
The messer man. Happy face.
Yeah.
Good mood.
Yeah.
But
The
you
vibe.
know
Yeah.
the corruption not just in a dancehall music, the corruption has infiltrated reggae as well. Because you see, oh, we can there, so and I talk about juggling and all of them something there. When last you hear them resta, you would dip on a juggling together. So even if
Yeah.
dancehall lose its core and it loses its identity, reggae should have been the thing that um held its own because it have a different mission and a different purpose from them time until now. But you find out
Mm,
say enough of them new the reggae revivalists them not depend on juggling together neither.
that's
Because
quite
the man,
interesting.
just be honest though. Because the man, them not get no attention. Them not sell. That we not buy the music anymore. Them not get the attention. A dance hall to make a lot of money, you know. If reggae, any reggae artists want to make money, them have to go in Europe,
Yeah,
which we
but
should
that
be ashamed of.
no
Stick up in,
but
stick up in. Yes, there's something about cartel. I'm gonna say something. Yes, when cartel the come with him, he raw singers, and then everybody want to be like him. Why everybody want to be like him? Because of the people them. The people them. Now guess what? If you not accept certain thing from a particular artist, him have a change. You know. Remember when Bunty Killer Talk say he used to do gun song, and when Lucian and the man say, oh, then I do not stay, not show them the man they copy a gun song, mado. And go back and go get some roots, reality and culture, or whatever. And the people them cause that because guess what? If they never accept them thing they from him, he would have to change. I watch it now. I but you see your time, you see or the clock or the table turn. Right now, them a sit the cartel and sing. Nobody them want to hear from him. What kind of album is him a release?
Nobody no know, you know. Yeah, first get
No,
pass on.
he say him a release a reggae album
Already
because
you say?
the Sakuda and the whatever sitting now. Nobody them want to hear that from him, you know.
You
So
know
him
say
have to go
say
change. Him have to go change. Him have to drop that. So
well,
at the end of the day, you somebody blame put it on the people them too. The we who come me not go express second and tell them but I was a part of it too. Yeah, we who accept them kind of music here. Alright, just like the alright. For example, the Batty brought it like the brought that thing when the first time brought up that couldn't survive. Can get beat down big time. You see me I
it
say?
only get
So
it
we
only
the
get
people
beat
as
down.
well.
It,
Eh?
Cartel are the first man sing about Batuash. It only get beat down because the Gaza fans them never eat alkaline. Carter was the first artist to sing about body wash. Nan song him say, you give body wash, girl that a dirty habit. But
But it was discriminating it though.
no, I'm not really discriminated if you know true psychology. Promote him, I promote it under the quiet, yeah?
They
Don't
say
make him say, oh,
that
that a dirty
that
habit.
dirty habit.
I
Because
must
him
say,
say
girl,
true a dirty
girl
habit, you
them
feel
love
like say,
dirty habit,
I
basically.
shut it down, yeah?
Implementing
You never see a
basically
seed.
just see it in their mind.
But I mean, I say, bro, anyhow, we the people who are consuming music, whatever stand up for, that the artists that would have to deliver. You see that? And then because this trap thing get gone too deep, I watch this. DJ Mark, I hope you learn. You see all the rhythm remember do? Which one I rhythm sell out? Cause this a new rhythm, you know. WYF, whatever. It's the closest to a dancehall rhythm right now, you know. What you make, you know? And look at Shell. You have a world right now. Up to me a Spanish the pan rhythm, me a African pan rhythm, me say a Indian people pan rhythm, me say white boy a trash pan rhythm. That's how global that rhythm gone. We have to go back to our roots, yo.
You know what did I say? You see when time God tell he come out of prison. If him he make this decision to stop the dancer and go to reggae music, me I tell the same that reach further than which point right now. But that's the true cartel is selfish and he just want everything for himself and he want the whole spotlight for the for him alone. He might come out and sing about them type of dirty thing there for him 50-year-old self.
Mm, I agree,
Me-
Top Dog. And just a comparison about 2000s, what I really liked were, the sexual innuendos. It didn't have to be vulgar or slack. I mean, even children could sing it. Okay, that sounds really weird, but if you're putting your lyrics in a way where they don't sound vulgar and they're palatable to the wider masses, you can get away with a lot. And what it actually tells me about 2000s, the artists were more creative. I feel like now there's no creativeness in the music. Like we always talk about shock value. Who can say the most shocking things? And I'm sorry, I don't find that to be creative. For example, when you had Baby Sham saying, and then Baby Sham was also talking about oral sex in his music. His famous
Before Baby
one,
Sham,
Imam
before
Beer,
Baby Sham,
before, yeah,
both
right,
Imam
even
Beer.
before
Shabarang,
Baby,
Shabarangs,
exactly,
them
right?
bow, Lady Sauce,
There,
Sycamore Tree.
exactly, creativeness. Only adults knew what they were speaking about. As a child, I had no clue. I had no clue.
Right,
For
yeah,
example,
yeah.
even Shaggy and his Rick Rock. I remember as a child singing, "Honey came in and she called me red-handed, freaking on the bathroom door," and talking about shagging. I didn't even know what that was. But you would sing the music, and this is what I'm saying. The creativity in the music has been gone. I'm not entirely sure how much more shock value we'll be able to use until we do a massive reset in the music, and we may have to go back to that space where
So, Chef,
we are. Yes.
why I feel like say every single music since January the 1st release, no past 3 million views all now in a dancer.
Yeah, I've realized.
None of them no past 3 million views in a sexy chef.
Yeah,
Did not
I know. They're
uh,
struggling.
no dancer need massacre. Yeah, and truly.
It's
They need
true, these artists are lacking creativity. I'm so sorry, but like as much as I love dancehall, there's so much throat music I can listen to before I get bored, okay?
But
Like it's
section,
just dry to me.
section, the bottom line is the arts then get too vulgar. The music
Yes.
too vulgar now compared back then. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And again, the conversation, surrounding what we're speaking about today about the 2000s, that's possibly why these artists back then had more of a global appeal. That's why Sean Paul and, the rest of these guys who were on, or in the US market had so much more appeal. Because even though
Mhm.
dancehall is very gritty and grimy, you kind of have to know, you have to use your creative skills to bring all of that together so it's marketable. Right now, these artists aren't marketable. I'm sorry, who is going to go to, for example, a Glastonbury festival? And okay, you've got a Skilly Bang or I don't know, an Asian or Tommy Lee featuring or performing, and you're gonna go there and talk about throat. Who is going to be able to sing along to that? That's not marketable. So
The teenagers.
they
That's
won't. No, none of these people in the US. I'm just talking about the US
Even
market and global
teenager them,
markets.
G.
They will not stand there and sing that. There is no longevity in that music. There is nothing there. It's not marketable. Those songs will never go number one. They will never hit Billboard. Never. So that's what the 2000s artists, in my opinion, had. They had so much more creativity in their music and they were more scalable and they were more palatable. You don't have to be vulgar in music, but I have no idea. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe somebody could tell me something different.
Nah, man, you're not wrong, man. You're not wrong.
Right, man,
Like,
Chevy, you're right. You're so spot on. It's like we are we have evolved, but we have evolved in the wrong way. Because
wrong.
sometimes
Yeah.
we
Yes,
evolve
I agree.
to be better and more exceptional, but instead it's like it's just we're going forward, but we're going backwards.
Yeah.
So
Backwards, right, right. Definitely going backwards.
but on just on this topic, and there's are some artists that really did exceptional jobs in that era and even before, so we would just want to shout out those artists. We can't forget about Beanie Man and Bouncy Killer and K-Putan and Sizzler, just to name a
For
few
sure.
from
Yeah.
that period, because we know that they crossed over from the 90s into the early 2000s, and they were still doing their thing, and they're still keeping the standards just the same. So I just want to shout out. I know that when Kid Sizzler came out, he came out with a bang, and for him it was him against everybody when he came out, and I just want to speak on that. But
Well, I
somebody
know. Good.
no, go ahead, Father
I
Gore.
was gonna stick. I was gonna stick a pin. You remember when Chuck Fender, Richie Spice, and Itana? Then they I forgot for them coding name. Oh, then they take a storm in the music industry
They
and
had a
appear
run. They had a
and,
run,
and,
Father Gore.
and a pure positiveness, and everything was a hit.
Yeah, because another thing too, Father, where everybody had their own distinctive voice and persona. So even though there was a lot of artists there, everybody was just being themselves. You know what I mean? Have your
Yes.
own persona, and they were just,
Yes.
being themselves and
Yes.
just passionate about the music.
Absolutely, Mellz. Sorry to interrupt you. I don't know if you remember when I said, I don't remember whose live it was, but I remember saying on someone's live that when I listen to a mixtape these days, I don't know who the artist is because the conversation was surrounding if Massacre has one flow. I think it was Dr. Mix,
Yeah,
and
Dr.
she was trying right. And I said the problem is right is that people don't understand what a signature sound is and how important that is to an artist. It obviously helps build a solid fan base, fan loyalty, but also ear readiness. When I hear in the first 5 seconds, when I hear a song, whether it's the intro or just the beat, and someone saying, I don't know, rah, I know already who it is. When I listen to a mixtape these days, panel, I do not know any of the artists. They all sound alike.
Yeah.
They all sound alike to me. And that's why I said when Tommy Lee was saying, oh, I see a bag of Tommy Lee, I don't see a massacre. I said, well, that's a big problem for you, Tommy Lee. Because guess
Mm-hmm.
what? Somebody else can take your sound easily, replicate it, and run away with it. And you'll be obsolete in the background crying. Because someone has taken your sound, they've hijacked it, they've
Hold
tweaked
on there.
it, they've modernized it, and now it's theirs.
But you know, hear Asian with it.
Of course,
Exactly
and
my point.
when
Raja well too.
Alkaline had it too. Alkaline had that flow too, that annoying flow back in the day as well.
Raja well too.
Lot of them,
Yeah. 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 Right.
uh,
Yeah. Right.
yeah.
For real.
When the guy was sing Pretty Rock Star when named Craft have
Craft.
this
Craft.
sound
Hmm.
too. A lot of them
Crap. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So Mel's is right. Back then, Father Gore, like you were saying about Chuck Fender, they all had their own unique sound. Nobody was copying from anyone. Everyone was independently in their mind about how they want their music to sound. And that's basically a winning formula. And we don't have that right now.
yeah, because when you look back and think about it, like who was like a Sizzler, who was like a Beanie Man, who was like a Bounty Killer, artist,
None.
who was like a Anthony B, or who was like a Capleton,
Yeah.
like much as keep
But
it on.
Dancehall right now. Dancehall right now. Them should have rename it to copy and paste. Because that's basically what it is.
right now,
Copy
it's
and
for the
paste.
it's for the conversation start. Some blood, cause about that. Some rotted song start just a run back in my head enough when that used to fuck up dancehall. Cause even the same, which is about the plain land and then with the
Mhm.
fucking Etana. I said they coming out from my soul. Remember Etana there? Etana the
Yeah.
bad down bumbo clot. Hey, Jaja, man, I tell you, if music get fucked with you, man.
Yeah, I'm not
When
I
If
afraid.
see
music,
thing with the
when
sound.
Blake leaders Chuck Fender come out and say, gas them all night,
What?
then
Yeah, tell you.
Oh my
yes,
God.
sir.
No, Black Star Boy, you shouldn't have done that. So when I was no, honestly, you threw me back in the memory, right? So one of my trips, like when I was probably like a teenager, I came to Jamaica, right, with my whole family, and I begged my uncle to take me to Pasa Pasa. I begged him so much. I was like, oh, I was trying to sell myself. I was like, uncle, I'm 15 now. I would love to go with you, blah blah. Anyways, I stayed up. He took me, and I'm telling you, see when that song, I think that at that time Maestro was like the big DJ, right? Fat guy, short fat guy. And I'm telling you, when that song dropped, oh my God, Pasa Pasa it was so much fire in there.
Which song?
That's that same song,
gas
Gas
them
Them
all,
and Light Them. Oh my
gas them
God.
all night.
Oh, I'm pasa now. I broke out party then.
Exactly my point. Comes back to what
I,
you were
I,
saying, Father Gore, that at certain parts in the morning, even the reggae artists were doing big stuff. You had to play their music.
Mm-hmm.
And then him follow up with murderer.
Oh my God.
I see what you. Hey.
oh,
I
what
see
are they?
thing with
What
the
are they?
sound though,
The
and I
jack
see
here.
sound.
One pill jack you up and I say with him there. The jack you up and I say, girl, how you there from when? You
Yeah,
wonder
man.
where you've been.
Oh
Bumbo
my
clock. That's music. That was music back then, yo. That's what me tell you all the while. I say, yo, from day one, I say, before me go find this a platform, I say, yo, me came man, I say, dog, and you with some argument, I say, oh, Massacre Bad Man Cartel. I say, dog, me not trying to sit there because guess what? Much years now for the man, the music change and then gone to Obi and scamming, Pispan and subtrue, whatever. Massacre stay positive. I stay in the owner lane and the owner thing and I see that people then get tired of fuckery. I know all the attention turn to him right now. Because people are tired of they want it and they wanting every minute and they don't sting. All the negative something with them and them fuck up flood the dancer with and how long it take that I go on for? And that's why him stand out right now, Because all of them tired of them still have do positive song. Song song with uplift you. And if I sing about a woman, I must say a girl song, I must think decent about the woman. And I ask the girl, bitch and drunk or what me one name no call me even know so that one even know that's what they call them now. What the name go again, Bill? Remember that one that about one night. What they call the woman them That degrading
Muckers.
name or whatever.
Mockers.
Eh?
Mockers.
So
Mockers.
you something like that. You see what I said? But so all of them and all of this time when the man a keep up them for crying and go on. The man stay in their own lane, yo.
They want it.
And now, yeah, that's why I say something I didn't say. This year might be one of our finest year back in dancehall. Maybe, might be. I guess it might be. And why I say that? Because like I feel like there's some competitiveness going on right now. Everybody are focused on everybody's song now. You see like how everybody are bad up on Carter say, yo, cut out the fuck and stop put this one bag of blood class song when not it. Find each song and sing out and about sing about flood the market, but open song and 10 song and maybe one hit or something like that. So if any man that drop a song right now, it have to put together. Or I'm gonna get beat in the feet.
But cartel brain tell brother, it's the same guy manage.
You have to
Cartel brain
understand,
tell you, bro.
you have to
Can't
understand that,
manage.
bro.
Father
I'm
God,
saying that,
you
yo,
understand? So them young girl let them out there call themselves muckers proud and loud, yeah?
Oh, boy.
me don't even
You
know
see
what
the
that mean.
gun in the sound though, bro. You
Me
want
I
to come
share
in
only
on
the
the sound.
behind time. Upon the program, me a listen and talk. I mean, hear the name. Come in, know so one name, woman name so. and show behind me there with the sitting there. Because they not me never give attention. Upon the social media, upon the platform, me learn that. So maybe know the next step, bro. But the next step for young girl though. No big woman now make no man call the next sitting there.
But you see,
Teenager and young
that's
girl
it.
in 20s. How big woman make no man call them slut or what? Mockers or the fuck that name. So mockers are what? Or whores? Scalpel? Are the one that would drink piss and push and tongue their body.
Oh
Are they
my
my
god.
mockers?
All of them things that we used to
Boy.
combine. All of them
All
things
of
we
Well,
used
them
to
that's
in
it.
one.
combine.
Oh, so the girl where on the internet attack, or they have different artists, then when she do this, she's a mockers.
Well, that's how you go.
Well, go back to your reasoning.
I
Well,
want to
and Mills,
go ahead.
me do you want to comment on the sound conversation we there with the young artist them and them sound?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, like me there say, you see when it come on to a young artist who was inspired by an next artist, well, it have to be certain artist still, but you see when it come on to finding them sound, nothing wrong if them start off sounding kinda similar to the artist, but they see where the young artist them problem they right now, them not try to so enough of them not try to evolve into them own unique sound because when you start um, me personally, who did I try a little artist thing in a school, we did start off sound like my favorite artist, but over time, we just
Mm-hmm.
try evolve and get into our own unique sound. So I don't feel like that I problem with enough of them young youths. So them not try to evolve into them own unique sound because as TT did I say, enough of them, when they hear them on a mixtape, you can't tell who is different.
I mean, and to that point, Top Dog is just to also say that you know, I used to be saying the same thing that Sexy Chef was saying that everybody's sound the same, and I won't say everybody. I mean, not necessarily everybody, because I mean, it just is what it is. A lot of artists out there they sound alike, but it's just to point out that there is an issue, there is a problem, and it needs to be fixed, and there are things that need to be done about it. But again,
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
always standing on the mere fact that I'm not gonna go back to that route where I used to like, not to say that that's what Sexy Chef was doing, but like from my perspective, I'm not gonna like, beat down an artist or say what, especially when it comes to the new generation. And to your point too, like it's more of encouraging them and letting them know that, let them know that they can do it. And also understanding that there's going to be times where you're going to have to go back to drawing board, you have to reinvent yourself, you know what I mean, things like those. Masika did the same thing too, reinvent himself, where he understand that the music is much more about just being graphic and just being um somewhat of just gun songs only or whatnot. He transitioned over from that raw, as we know, probably a raw 90s dancer would be, to a much more smooth and supple sound, trying out different sounds, using different things. So it goes back to what we keep saying, for maybe the past week or so, in terms of when it comes to the music and the sound and the artist, is that the skills need to be sharpened, and that's just what it is. And
Mm,
there can be excuses, and we cannot find excuses for these artists, but the mere fact that they need to sharpen their skills, and it's their responsibility to sharpen their skills. And going back into the early 2000, it cannot just give us that that time for us to reminisce and be like, oh my god, we missed those moments, that wholesome moment, happy feeling, and everything else in between. But when we're here in 2026, we're not really feeling that. The juggling, a lot of things has been just watered down. And it kind of go back to what I was saying previously, in terms of the things that we need. We cannot bring everything back with us, but certain things for sure we can kind of like go back to the drawing board, and we can take certain things with us in the future, right? Maybe not
right,
the dressing and the style or whatnot, but certain things we for sure definitely should be able to do.
right,
So to that point, bringing back, it's not just about, oh, things are going wrong, but like kind of like bring forth solutions. What things can we do for things to be better? Again, Father Gore, Sexy Chef, and I think you also agree, and everybody else on the panel agree, that bringing back the juggling would be something good. Because if I am an artist and I know that there is this big bad rhythm out there, right, and I know that there's a lot of top artists out there on that rhythm. I'm gonna go out there, put my best foot forward and and compete on that rhythm because I want my song to be the best. So kind of like when sometimes it's good when there's a little rivalry and there's a competition happening, so a man can literally put his skill and his craft out there. I don't think that the space has been challenged enough, and as you guys can see that artists and the pan TikTok and them a vlog and them stuff there versus being in at the studio, wall a meditation, bonus cliff, and then coming at the studio I'm ready and it's a hit song. Remember back in the 2000, the market was very saturated for one with a lot more artists. Is either you're gonna do this thing or you're gonna be left behind, right? Everybody was just so passionate and all of that stuff. You don't really see that happening now. Again, we spoke about earlier is the art of storytelling. We're not getting those things in the music, right? You'll have a rhythm, have one man a sing about, him girl I give him bone, and then a man company same rhythm man a talk about, fire fi Pandoti Babylon and whatnot, and the next man come turn it into a whole love story. And
Right.
all from the rhythm. All those three songs, if you're not mind sharp, become hit songs on that juggling rhythm. So it's just
Right.
something to really look into. And I know that when we talk about the future for dancehall, sometimes the future cannot look great without reminiscing on what we had in the past. You know.
Right. Right. Right.
Mel,
Yeah, dancehall need back gatekeepers.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yes,
yeah, yeah. Go on.
yeah, hear me? Yeah, man, I said
Yeah,
dancehall
man, go
need
on.
back gatekeepers. But you see the gatekeepers who did there in the dancehall before,
Gatekeepers with sense who love
they
music.
all right, gatekeepers were love the music. You see the current gatekeeper of the music, him only love himself. And that's the problem with dancehall. That is the
Yeah, yeah,
problem.
yeah.
Correct.
You're messing with the music right now. The music need to go back to where you can relate to it, but also relate to it in a positive way. That's the bottom line. Them a song nowadays that can relate. If you can relate to it, different from like Massacre and some of the other ones. And it's something that we can relate to and relate to in a positive way. There's no more fun in the music, you know. There's no more message in the music.
I mean, in all honesty, panel and the chat, it's there still, but it's very faint, right? Because it just get more saturated with a lot of those people who are not bringing it to the space. It make it seem like it's not happening, right? That's just my take on that. Because again, you have man like Massacre who is doing it and he's getting a fight because he's doing it because he's not bending or flexing himself to what today's society in the music is selling, on a dancehall basis. It's just all on the surface, like what you're saying, Father Gore. There's no meaning behind, and that's why it's not sticking. That's why it's back to top dog thing there. Nobody hit 3 million views since the year started in February. You know what I mean?
People tell
So
that for free. People tell that for free.
yeah, it just goes to show you, based on really what's happening, and it's just sad. But we need to get back to the drawing board. There's a lot that needs to happen in this space so that we can be at the place where we need to be.
So right
I
now,
mean,
dancehall upon a standstill, And so when time Massacre come in, drop him song now, and lively up back the place and reignite back dancehall, you go see everybody a follow him. And you go see who are the real future of dancehall.
and they will make it seem like, oh, that's not the case, and that's why good we have people like us out there talking and saying it over and over every day, because we
Mm-hmm.
feel the space. We're here talking about music in the vlogging world, and we're seeing what's happening. Nobody not have nothing for really say. Nothing is happening, right? Nothing is happening in dancehall. Anything we happen with just laughter and enjoyment, laugh off of some things that some people are post. Everybody's, like you said, top dog is literally waiting, and I know we saw like a scratch record by now, but it's just the truth, and we're gonna keep saying it. So when time him come back to the space and things seems nice and boogie again, people cannot just say, oh, Adema do this and whatnot, because remember, he
Mm-hmm.
has been doing it for the past 7 to 8 years, while certain people was locked away, and then once certain people came out of prison, it made it seem like he wasn't doing anything, like he didn't have a career, when all of these people was literally repping massacres. So everybody just tends to have amnesia. So it's good when we can come to this space and we can talk so people can hear, right? And, can literally look into what's happening and realize that, this is an artist that when him take away himself from the equation just comes tumbling, not, make no sense, you know. So that's what I would, I would say on that. I kind of just wanted to highlight though, also, if you guys want to chime in at any point in time, also would love to see, the chat a little bit more active on this, highlights from the 2000s, when we talk about like the new, a new dance almost every month. We used to have things like those, right? We used to have parties that decide hits before even charts, right? Dancing was competitive and not just, for content as we see in today's day. We learn dances by watching and not just by tutorial, right? We used to watch, videos, and we used to see how these dancers, how they do their thing, and we're at home and we're playing our CDs or our tapes and we're practicing, because we know that when we go to the next party, we want to stand out too, by showing the crowd that we know how these dance, and we'd have like the video light and stuff like that. Those things I can literally, remember. you know Songs grew from the street, from the sound system, from the radio. A tune could bust a month later and still feels brand new, right? And I don't know
And
if you
Mills,
guys. Mm-hmm.
you see the thing with the street dancing them, Mills, say you see company like Boom and them people there who have them monthly street dance, and it's in them Pepsi and them other energy drink company where bring out the dancers them and scangers them in the street for making them dance.
Mm-hmm.
I what do you mean there? I what do you mean in the streets? I see them. I see them. Right. I want to tell you say no for the song then when them a play, I like some massacre, Me I wait for hear one cartel. Me no hear no cartel or none of them type of song. Me got people in there that ain't suddenly me I
It's
hear
the
juggler that play. Me I hear tyrant, feisty. Amount of massacre song me I hear, and you want to see a crowd that get crazy.
Yeah, because
And
they
some
miss.
dancing song like some cockeye flames and ding dong and them people. And some other
Yo,
artists.
yep. As I say Tyrant Top Dog, you don't know my song that. Say me da look on some numbers on Corp.net. And say Tyrant.
Okay.
Black Star, I
Yeah,
don't know if you're
break
still
up.
talking, but we're not
Yeah,
we're not
break
here.
up, man.
There's a something and it's. Oh,
Mm.
another thing. Oh, remember when you used to have Europeans and the Asians, and you used to fly down come to Jamaica just to learn the dance move them.
Dance moves them, yeah.
Come on, and don't forget the Japanese them to follow
Yeah, and that's
gore.
the Asian, them.
Oh, okay,
The
okay, okay.
Japanese, I'm a big time lover. Japanese are big time lover dancehall and reggae. That
Mm,
I saw this boy that they get big. When name Arville. I mean,
I
I'm
see all the
like,
Chinese people and
for
come
real.
down for look for them family for other gore. The first place them go
yeah,
for dance.
yeah, yeah. One bugger white girl. Where you see them are gonna know? Where you see on social media? Where you see them are gonna go learn dance?
TikTok.
Mhm.
Africa, I see them.
I forgot.
This
Ah,
African,
yeah,
this
yeah.
African
Twitter,
dance with them.
Twitter. Yeah.
Although
Oh,
some of the
so yeah,
dance, some of the
yes, yeah.
dance, me not approve where man them a
Yes.
do. I move them way somewhere. Me not to approve what they want with the man them, but like for the woman them. Some white girl them bad to your fuck.
The
Africa
man,
them miss them are different African show
Yeah.
no man.
the
That's
man them
true.
can move them
Uh,
waist, man, father gore. The man
Mm-hmm.
can move.
Me
It
not, me
depends
not,
on how
me not,
how
me
the
not go say. You go say what you want to say.
father gore will like father gore. Me like whom I like.
Me say that's what me say. Me I leave it. You say what you want to say.
Yeah,
You
when we
see me?
get where I say for the
Yeah.
God, people
Man.
in Africa, yeah, forget with the the dance over there because when I like it's like me call some name earlier from the 2000s where literally used to have the dance, the dancers them, Shelly Belly and Sadiki and Bogle them and John and Kiva and them used to there, and do them thing. You know, really see the girls them what the Reminiscing, hear about them. Everybody must probably
Make
get
with them
rich.
again. With them there.
We not admit so we don't know what them there, and then now these parties now that's
There's a mad, boy when named Marvin. I love him dancing a fuck rig. With my tear up close and I jump up in a tree and then bumbo cloud there.
I will.
And
I
Marvin.
wish.
Remember Marvin from Flanker. I'm Mobile. The one I was going on a tear off in Marina. But you know what?
a brown boy
Never
them
take it,
and a
never,
brown
never
boy.
take it back, you know. Cause me see some Japanese boy a dance and do the same thing to a tear off shirt and go on the same antics. But just to say that the culture was such at the high where everything we do the world follow you. I just said, man, nobody not follow we again, now we are follow now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because like you were saying earlier in the conversation, I remember people used to come when a hip hop artist wants to collab them, come find we know what is like how we kill up ourselves to go find them. You understand? It's just tables have
Yeah,
turned.
yeah.
Mm.
Fuck. To be sure say I never suffer. 'Cause even if my father did, when my father do another rap, a Jay-Z link up in T for do the remix, I never my
Mm-hmm.
father go look for him for do the remix.
And a Jay-Z link up with sitting there. What him name? Junior Gang. For the
Yeah,
which remix them did do? Which one? What his name again?
the Junior Gang. No,
Yeah, the
no, no.
remix what him do with Jay-Z. A Jay-Z they link him for the
Oh, we
one
Me
sorry.
no
time
do
I look back.
No, but idea we are talking a top dog, it does not come to me. Well, let me see me can
Go
remember.
look back.
which me know Jam Rock. Who do in the remix Jam Rock? You know the remix him do.
Another one them man. Another Dr. Mix I look fit. But see a French Montana them people there. Yes, you know when time French Montana I link you for do a song. You must know say
Yeah.
whenever them and they link nobody for the feature and on a full song him a listen.
Uh,
In my feature.
I,
So the song called Bam.
Alright?
Yeah.
I must say Sister Nancy Mata man. Bam Bam. That's a classic. Up to now, then still
Mm.
use that. And Barrington Levy.
Hold on there. True. Okay.
That was the song
Then
you were
say
talking
song name. I was sang Juna Gang name Bam Bam. Me know that song name. I was sang that Mel.
It's the same one with Sister Nancy upon it too, man. The heavy reggae
Yeah,
influence of
yeah, I that.
Sister
I that.
sample.
Yeah, bam.
Juna Gang do a song about Bam Bam.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
Jay-Z.
With the Nancy, Sister Nancy
Sister
influence.
Nancy the pan it too.
Fear son, man.
Okay, me no know. Me no know it.
A
I mean
fair
I remember it.
sample.
Oh, then some Sister Nancy, yeah.
Jay-Z link Junior Gang for do song. One time hip hop artists used to run down we for the collab and incident.
Big time. Big time. Big time.
But
And then they used to
but
sample our
girls them
music.
just a dead
I
dead.
saw Flower Gang getting riches. Cause the white girl they got use a part of I'm song and never want to give man a credit and say the man can go a quarter and eat a piece of food.
Mm.
Is it Miley Cyrus? Me no know which one a white girl them. Actually, are they she?
Was it our me not think say no, me kind of have an idea who you're talking. Me not think of she,
Oh, hello?
Big up, Bags. Welcome to the
Yeah.
convo.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I
I
was
think I
listening
Miley
earlier about to do
Cyrus.
something.
More there.
Big up bags.
Miley Cyrus said that the song we should play.
Yeah. Wake up, brother. So,
This
One bigger box there, break up me general.
internet don't work out.
Hmm? Una hear me?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, yeah, we're here.
Oh yeah. The Wrecking Ball song where say I sing about we run things, things don't run we.
How do I girl?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
song.
but
There's a,
that
The girl,
wasn't
I think that
them
might
yeah, that's
Eh?
Miley
just my.
Miley
Cyrus, but
Cyrus.
that
I
was
think that's that.
Well,
I
on that
don't. How would they get the money for it? Somebody get money for it.
flower gun man. The flower gun
But I
song
am
man.
first. And I am first to
Eh?
that. And I am first to that song there. And I feel
Who
like
first
first
do it?
we run things, thing they run we know. I soon tell you now. When I remember, I won't fight me. I tell you.
Yeah, but Admiral Bailey, but Admiral Bailey song sound different.
No, but I same thing. But them say it before, but just start him claim it before. I
Maybe
be a
same
span.
thing registered.
Yes, I think maybe registered and claim it before make a claim before Bailey. Them claim the same get $1 million US. I don't know how much him get. 'Cause it was undisclosed. You not tell nobody because you don't want nobody come pressure him for money. So you never tell nobody
I,
how much him
I,
get.
I him create a hit song out tight then. We run things, things are run way. Anything you do,
It's
we
a
run.
bit like when like my boy them name Ben Spunani. I think Terra Fabulous do one and them name Grindsman do one. Terra Fabulous, a two man do Ben Spunani. Grindsman have one and next one have one. You remember that?
When it gets
I
fun,
go
I
way back
didn't
still.
even die without. And
Yeah,
I
I think
was a
Grindsman
girl,
have
I
one.
got
All taxi get the one go low.
the body.
Yeah, but
Everybody,
want elaborate a little bit on the hip hop artists. Why things change. I think you have to give Afrobeat. I think Afrobeat and reggaeton are the part one of the cars the dancehall can I get a black burner from them people as well. And we not produce the consistent quality as before. So I think the rise of Afrobeat and reggaeton them start the more collaboration with them. And reggaeton market in terms of selling is a bit bigger than the Jamaican market. So I think that caused it and quality music and some of our artists have never been signed as well, you know. The prophet that apartheid as well. So them kind of stop look to it. But Nicki Minaj did one with King and she did one with Skilly. But also you have to understand what was the reason why she jumped with them, you know what I mean? And next thing I think as well, but my personal opinion, I think the Jamaican artists them get smarter in terms of wanting how their money are going and payments. I go because it depends where you do. Because for example, you know, so Burna Boy remix them do with what's your name? What's your name? What's your name?
Tony Braxton.
Tony Braxton. I think he give her 80% of the way in there for the song, 80% of the revenue based on one. I think Sting, Puff Daddy figure Sting, about 90%. Every breath we take, every move we make. You know what I mean? I think so. Our artist is a mixture. I must say, it's a rise of Afrobeat and reggaeton. So that the artists them look for other artists that actually can help them sell their music. So and then the quality we put out. So it's a mixture. I don't think that's one thing.
no,
I
no
think it's a
one
mixture
thing.
of both.
You know, bring
Yeah.
about
I,
why I
But
can agree that maybe the rise of Afrobeat. Yeah, you not hear me?
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, while I can agree that Afrobeat and reggaeton still a bit of shine away from dancehall, it has everything to do with dancehall losing its own shine. More than even that.
No,
Because there's
but
space for
what I'm
reggaeton,
saying to you,
Afrobeat,
but
and
what I'm saying to you
dancehall.
is that remember, in a dancehall, mostly Shaggy, Sean Paul, Ellie get a run. Them money look on the sales, and I think also that my personal opinion as well. I think because dancehall artists were so good and so creative, and so the competition from dancehall artists, hip hop artists, I think them personally black you out, yeah, and use the alphabet people them as an excuse to slow down with thing. That is me as well. So that's another thing as well. So when the Giants them a dancehall, they feel out there and I perform, they weren't there. They were locked out for like 15 years. So the growth slowed down, which was a plan to me. That's
Yeah.
if somebody was I think was a plan.
the force of dancehall that come with was too much, and them decide say, you know what, we're gonna use something and slow them down. But what happened was
Yeah.
they didn't realize Afrobeat would have come with the same thing, and they because me I go an example. I don't know which name. I think Shevas is on here. You know that
Yeah,
in
I'm here.
yeah, you know, say in what we know 2026, in 2024, 2023, they actually blocked 20 Afrobeat artists from getting visa for coming to the UK come perform.
Yeah, I
They
know
did the
that. Yeah,
same thing.
that's
So
true.
yes, they did the same thing on that style, but they couldn't, and they were protesting. They couldn't use the same alphabet people, so them new to that style with excuses. So when the force of the music come, them shut it down in terms of what they call it, protective. They protect their industries. Then, if you know what I mean, they protect the music industry from outside. So that's what they did with dancehall as well in America. If you understand that, and it wasn't America alone; it was Canada and the UK, which are the biggest diaspora for both dancehall and reggae. And well, reggae Europe have a big diaspora, but that's what they did. So they did. There's 3 days that there's not just one thing slow it down. They stop our giants from performing, the rest of the youth them and they know the system, and then the production, and they turn into reggaeton and Afrobeat for collaboration. That's what they did. So I think that's what happened with the whole process. Because remember, after in the early 2000s, that Elephant, even Movado up to 2000, I think 7, 8, they're about to them do the on the rock remix. And after that, then just come with the excuse, alphabet people, and ban the artists them from traveling. And that is what slows us down. And if you even look now, them still, it was 15 years too late when Bunty, Beanie and Sham them get back them visa. Donor. Because there was a giant. Now we have to rebuild some new giants now. So we have to rebuild some new giants. I have to be smarter. So that is it what them will do. It's 15 years late. That's what happened, man. Just check the facts. So even people as a cartel lock up in a jail, none of the man them now travel either. None of the big artists them now travel in the bigger market where the diaspora is or was. So them know what them did, you know what I mean? And that style. So that's what I have to say about that part still. But them
kind of forgotten. Them kind of forgotten.
Nothing of forgotten. So what happens when you have when the momentum is with us, they stopped us.
Yeah.
I remember the first alliance that come with, alliance that come with Beasley, Mavara, Cartel, everybody, and them come with this excuse about LGBTQ and stop them on them. Because even in now that situation, I think that was up to 2005 with Killer. Them deliberately put a man in the video for that because they tried it with Shabba, it never really work. So God, that video never called for no man in that. That scene wasn't called for anything like that.
But a long time them try implement it, they try put it in promote the something there, long time.
So them try promote it and no say because Jamaica is a small place but very powerful and very, very, very influential. So they know if they said to us like, look, we are doing that, and true enough, man never really sell out for money. So they decide like, okay, the only way we can do, we're gonna stop them from getting money. So they stop them from getting money and expected you to. Remember, the mother tell us to sign the agreement, an artist sign the agreement, and them still like them visa, A bunch of don't go want to sign the agreement, I think a bunch and Sizzler not sign the agreement, but being signed, I don't know, I think Buju signed and somebody else, and them love it. So them know what them did. So during the time when the man might rise, we go for forward now with a force, and then the continuation, them just say, okay, cut them. Look on popcorn. I know popcorn can't go to the US market, I know. So that tells you something is wrong. So they know what them doing, man. And the style, them use a protective thing to protect them industry. Even if you look on the UK charts, I don't think you can have more than 2 or 3 regular dancehall track on the UK charts now. Stylogy said that before as well. Even if the music is stream a lot, them now put them on the charts. Really? And that does happen. Them now put upon them top 40, you know what I mean? It's what it is. But they did the same thing to Afrobeat, but on that style. A little bit more, you know what I mean? A little bit more
Africa bigger than we in Africa, and then nothing in the UK, you know. So
But
Even
I
if
wonder.
that
No man, dancehall still live up the place, man. Just even one we use a message that if you play a dancehall track in any club to an Afrobeat track, the dancehall live up the place more. Like I see the I'm not big biased. If it play the Whites now and the most popular Afrobeat song, Whites are live up the place right now. Right now, more than them. For them have right now. So the artist Afrobeat track and artist dancehall track is just a different vibe and the real dancehall thump and the bass. You know what I mean? I'm not be biased, but that's it. It's just it what it is. If you get the artist dancehall track, I don't know. I think here as well, Afrobeat is kind of slowing down in the UK. Personally, to me, I think Shev's. I don't know what you think. I think it has slowed down a
Yeah,
bit. It's not
It
as
it really
before.
it is because obviously again you've got these new school dancehall artists who are picking up a lot of steam in the UK again,
Yeah,
the Asians, the skipper. So what you
yeah.
find is they're overriding Afrobeat now, and again, from
Again,
what I'm
yeah,
hearing from like my younger cousins who party quite a lot, you hear them say
yeah.
things like, yeah, we like Afrobeat, but in the UK they call it bashment. So they refer to dancehall as
Bashment,
bashment in the
yeah,
UK.
bashment, yeah, yeah,
Exactly. So you hear the younger people saying, "Oh yeah, we want to go to a bashment party. I'm tired of the Amapiano and the
yeah.
Afrobeat." So
And the
dancehall
Afrobeat,
really
yeah.
is coming back to take its place, its rightful place, really.
May I
Huh?
wonder too. May I wonder
you break
if
up.
Afro. You hear me?
Yeah, man, got you.
May I wonder if Africa a dancer redemption for fight against the US system when they set up, for world for restrict dancehall music and reggae on a certain level.
Yeah, because dancehall and reggae have messages. I remember in our music, we can't say anything. If you realize
Mm-hmm.
when Budget asked Thames about it and she said, well, Budget said it and Thames I say, yo, them have to sing about just how them enjoying themselves. And then Burna Boy himself said, really and truly we don't have the message. Because they live in fear. And if you ask culturally somebody like say, oh, you can't say that. When you speak to other Africans or when you're in the UK or in Europe and you say, oh, don't you just say anything like in Jamaica because they have freedom of the press. Now in Nigeria, it gets suppressed or other places because, yo, why you say that to disrespect your elders are, you know what I mean? So we have freedom of the press in a way that we take our freedom for granted and don't realize so certain places, some people can't say nothing. Just like an example, a guy called Bobby Wine from Uganda. He's singing the reggae. Right now, him get locked up. It's a political system as well, but him sing reggae music, plus him do protest music, and I'm lock him up. You know what I mean? So with the dancehall space, what happened? Because we are independent as well, we are not signed, and we are so influential, and people want to be a part of us. The system is afraid of dancehall and reggae because the music is so powerful when we preach, when we sing the right thing.
And the USA in specific. That's why
Yes, the
more
USA never like that.
I want all
Yeah.
Africa to create a magazine or a charting system like Billboard, I want them to do that. Create something
Them
big
soon do it,
like
because they
Billboard.
realize that even Afrobeat don't have a Grammy for themselves. You realize that? Reggae and
Want them
dancehall
to have more
still have a space in there.
infrastructure. Yeah,
So
man,
what,
Yeah.
Burna Boy?
Bob Marley
Where you
did
say?
don't tell we say Africa the motherland. So see if them figure build up a better infrastructure like what they have over USA. Dancehall and reggae and Afrobeat can take over back the place. More
Yeah,
than
because if we need to build our own platform, just so it come back down to when the lady that said yes, there was them first one about Alkaline having him own stuff. But we just want to piggyback and say if the Africans with 1.4 billion people on the planet build a like a Spotify or a Tidal for themselves and start do the what they call it, the streaming. 1.4 billion have a drown out 370 million in America. And even the rest of what they call Latin charts as well. So if 1.4 billion people on the continent will definitely number the account. And I don't know if you know Morgan Heritage did an interview years ago. That was the big brother now. His name not Peter, Gramps. And him say if him get 100 million people in Africa to come to him concerts, him good. You know what I mean? And that's why I say what Sika does, and what Sika is doing right now. He might build a platform so powerful as if him move right, which I think he might do. He might get the game. But the biggest problem, as I say, is that them blacklist we on that style. That's what we know them do. Yeah, man, and the craft.
That's why
Seriously speaking.
Africa culture is so different, from USA no culture. So I'm not even say USA culture.
No, US have culture, man. Them have culture, but different states. Them have culture, man. Them have different states. State by state.
Yeah, but on a
Yeah,
whole,
each
the
state
whole Africa,
thing different.
the whole
Yes, each
Africa
state.
has a culture.
When
So
you
that's
say
why I
US
say
have
if Africa
culture,
put them
no, got you. Sorry,
got
I
you.
think about me that say when you must say US have culture. I know US is a culture vulture. US not really have a culture of its own because
Yeah, man, them
US
have
is
culture
not.
the more, man. The man have jazz, man. The man them have blues. We think invent rock and roll. Chuck Berry them and him take it. Him name.
No,
Outside
but
of
think about
music.
that Africa that bro. Africa that in general.
No, you can't say Africa that. So dance to
Jazz and
Africa.
blues are Africa in general. What you
So
talk
dance
about?
and reggae Africa.
Oh, you mean if Africa that so which part all
That
our
can't be
music
the
come
son.
from?
No, man. All right, let me tell you something. I explain that to you.
Bro, a
So,
black people originate jazz and blues bigger box. What you talk about?
yeah,
That's not
but
American.
what I'm saying to
What's the
you.
Black
All right, may I give you an
Americans?
example?
Yeah.
May I give you an example? I think she's not here. Me travel come out the UK and the man invent a new style, a new sound named grime. Them black, what in Africa them come from is a sound created in the UK amongst blacks, diaspora youths, including the youth them from Africa, youth them from the Caribbean, youth them from other black youths from all over the place and create a subgenre. So you can't say reggae created in Africa. It's a genre that was born out of people who are from the continent. So you can't say them have a culture, G.
Reggae, ska, roots, and mento all come from the same drum patterns and instruments that we held on to. What you call it again? Cultural retention from Africa in general. All of them drum beat and rhythm web farm from ska to mento to reggae to dancehall are African instruments in general.
Yo, Starboy, but these are new sounds. If you say it's a beginning, you have to go right back to human creation. Because what happens is people create different sounds and go different places. So you saying that you can't tell a man to dance and reggae created in Africa. If you say it's a subgenre created outside and leave the continent. Remember, hundreds of years leave the continent, and there's a mixture. So what I think we have to remember as well. Africa is the DNA is the most dynamic in the whole world. Black people in Africa, the DNA is so vast and so different. Just because they look alike, but some of us DNA are weird. The most furthest and the most nearest you can find is Africa. So the tallest, the shortest, the strongest, the weakest, that's Africa DNA, the whole continent DNA. So what I'm saying to you is that yes, we have certain drum patterns, but the music, the modern sounds, is a creation of the people who descended from there. That's what I'm saying to you. It can't be their music now. We went over and have a different place, so it's a mixture of other places. Music come together. The main source is the African continent, but you can't tell a man say your dance are creating Africa. No, I'm not gonna believe you.
All right.
You know what I mean?
You may be right in the bigger ones, but may I look on it on a deeper level, in a sense. This whole notion of United States and this whole notion of Africa, you have to understand that United States is just a melting pot, and that's all it is. Majority of the people them come from Scandinavia, right? In Africa, I was part basically the cradle of life. Even white people come from Africa. That is really the cradle of life, right? So in
Yes,
African,
yes.
it's more in relation to race, and as a people who manage to for them cultural ancestry, pass on information through the same DNA and genes that you talk about from um from one generation to the next and next the rhythm and it pass on through our DNA, and that's how we
All right,
learn. Yeah.
may I give an example? Me, your white people dance or something. So if you realize African dancehall sound a little bit different from Jamaica dancehall. So where if my father music, I not really listen to cause my father music, because every generation there's the sound and the thing them adjust it. My father necessarily like my music, you know. You necessarily not probably like your son music. But your son hear the music, or your daughter, and she interpret it how she hear it and bring it out away there. I think that's the problem with the music. I think the youth them, and I think also when we realize it, Jamaican as always stay. We tend for one be. So if me do something and we want to be so outstanding, me I say, oh, me I gotta do it better. And sometimes it's do something so outrageous, me I say, me I do me more outrageous than him. And I think that go on with the music. The music became an extreme. Like, yo, him gone this up, me I carry this up. Because it was a shock volley. So somebody got more shocking and shocking and shocking. And they realize, yo, how far we gonna go with this? How deep we gonna go with this shocking? Or why can't the music be centered? So instead of this, because earlier we had a conversation, I was hearing you guys, but I was doing something like the music had a balance. So if you think about the 2000, you had Turbulence, Anthony B, who else as Rasta was there? Caesar was in the 90s, because Caesar's from 97, 96. So you have the Turbulence, Anthony B, and who else as Rasta was there? Bugle, and I forgot who was there. So you had a balance there. Then you had the bad, eh? Natty King. Yes.
Gina Kelly.
Yeah. And then you had the Vibes Cartel, the Business Signal, the Movado. You know what I mean? The idol. So what a balance now in the 2000s now, what balance we have as Rast? The only youth was balance was Chronics. And the youth them from up the Rasta youth them from uptown now. So I think that's the problem we have. We don't have a balance. And then the youth them at the time, say a young bold bounty killer that thought were poor people fed up on system shake up and some other thing. Protest music was there as well. Everybody just sing. I think life in Jamaica get too easy in certain instance because we achieve so much and we forward so much more. Poor people still there, you know. But we live such a good life that we forgot that other people did it. We still have a protest with them. And we're not really sing their music with them. I don't sick and more than here with some tracks for the youth on the streets. All need us a chance, you know. Some other things for sure the way and different music like that. So I think that is what we need to go back to. A balance. I will ask the selector them to play the music balance because they might play for money pull up. And them not play for the girl and Mellz can't tell you that. They might play for money pull up instead of play for the woman them. And I like me I tell. So that's the problem. We have no balance. We need a balance. Somebody else want to chime in. I don't only want to take the floor too long now.
What's your take on that, Black Star Boy, about the whole balance that is needed?
200%. Yo, one of the biggest thing them we can sit down here, sir, and complain about the artists them all want, but just to show you, say it's a collective thing. The selector them even worse. The selectors them is a next form of copy and paste. Like you hear the same song them a play after the same song them over and over when you got a party. And especially when the scammer and the Oreo people them they start to take over the space, they were just playing for the people them who I give them money, while everybody else who come at the party to come enjoy themselves, stand up and a watch and not having a good time. Because everybody come a party, a scammer, and everybody or whatever, and the selector them have a big part to play with it. But and so that also now inform the artist to say, I hear so we need to go with the music because this is where I get the money pull up and this is where I get the plays in the dancehall circle. So you realize that them are gonna create OB and scamming songs. Right? So the selector them have the disc jock them and the selector them have a very huge role to play. And unfortunately, I don't know what happened, but the creativity amongst DJs has been lost completely. And whereas the artists them now might be limited, where them are trying to produce music that is going to hit. The disc jock have billions, literal billions of songs to choose from. So them have no excuse. Whereas the DJ might just try to find himself and I try to feed him family and all of them things. The disc jock them have no excuse because them literally have catalog of over a billion songs that them can choose for. Yet them play the same song them over and over. Or one song play 10 times by 10 different selector. Them things that speaks to a great lack of creativity in the music space. And the selector them need to take the fair share the blame. Um but yeah, as to where bigger bags I said, the music really needs to be more dynamic because I don't, to be honest, there are scam songs and over songs that me probably enjoy as much as all them not align with my morals and whatever. The song might be so catchy and everything that no other vibes to it. You get what I say? So I'm not trying to bash the youths them and say, oh, a fucker music and all of them things. But what is needed is what exactly what Bigger Bugs I said. Like we need a balance. Like we need something for level it out now where the only thing where when somebody looking at your catalog a scammer over and the girl and down in a girl throat, mockers. And you can't find a culture song. You can't find a song where relate to the weed man them. You can't find a song where relate to the people them who just probably lose a close friend or a relative. You can't find a song for uplift the man who get up and a sell back juice. You can't. There's such a huge market that you're missing out on just by focusing and trying to be the man at the moment are feeding into what is hot. And we need to encourage the dynamism that is needed for and the creativity also in the space. And which is why as much as our skill bang in the line of them kind of people they see me did have some form of respect for Skillibeng because he brought a unique style. You see, even though him subject matters of him music was in the garbage bin 95% of the time, if not 100, his method and his delivery was unique. So even when Wap Wap hit, enough people say it a garbage and everything, which at the time I did think it was garbage too. But when the song started to play more and more, I mean, I say, at least this is something from what is out there in the space. Because if you listen to a craft song, if you listen to a Raja Wild song, if you listen to a Najiri song, I'm not trying to beat the youth them, but it's basically copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste. So there was not that level of dynamism. And I think Skillibeng had a unique advantage over them, and probably that's why he was the only one who really made it that big because his sound was very unique. And we just want to encourage, yes, the delivery also can be unique, and also the message can be unique. And you exist in a culture where you have dancehall and reggae, and you see how powerful reggae is. So why not try to tap into that market? Why limit yourself to only dancehall? Or why even try to limit yourself to only trap dancehall? Why not do some 90s dancehall? Why not do everything? We keep seeing it where when people come along with a slight difference or a slight variation, these people are the ones who are now excellent. Because look at Asian. Asian are the only modern young dancehall artists when now I go up on 90s dancehall beats. And a them song that I carry 'em across the globe. So
Yeah, but Sab, I'm gonna say something quickly. You know, say reggaeton does ship. I've not shipped from them but rhythm. At the same 90s beat them using a reggaeton, It's just
I
a
just
little
one rhythm
problem,
them
change
use and then
instrumental.
keep on remix it. A one
Yeah,
rhythm them love
exactly. And
is
change
one rhythm.
instrumental, yeah. Yeah. So I
And that
think
one rhythm from an entire genre.
yeah, I think sometimes because we're so creative, we overcreate or overcompensate. I think that's what happened to us. We are so creative that we overcompensate some of the stuff that we do. Trust me. I think that beat us because of our creativity. But trap dancer, because trap is not our thing, I don't think the people them like it. The overseas people like it because trap is not our thing. They prefer the original. And when I think probably I don't know if anybody else investigate, but if you check the California reggae scene, a lot of them remix the ska song them are reusing the sounds in ska and I create and people say, oh, them create a new sound. No, this is ska. So I think that's the next problem is that I think we are so creative and we are out taught what we're supposed to be doing. Because I don't think trap dancer, because trap is not our sound, I don't think international market take on it as they would like to, because it's not our sound, so they don't really like it as much. And so it's up to you them for forward blocking in them creativeness and do what they're supposed to do and see what can be the outcome. But
yeah,
I think they just need to
you
look.
know, when I said to that, bigger bags, you know, when I said to that, maybe want to say, keep chop that dancehall. If you don't like it that much, I want to get so much joy out of it, keep it. But as I say, my general, just have a balance. Don't just put all your eggs in a trap dancehall basket. Try to explore something. Go back to one old 90s rhythm. Go back to one old 80s rhythm. Remake some of the songs them we make already. Like, do some of them things. You get what I say? Me not fight trap dancer because me love a lot of trap dancer songs.
Yeah, that's me as well. I just think in a trap dance style. I think if they had keep the bass line in the trap dance style, I think it would have worked. But them take out the bass line out of trap dance style. I think that's why it failed to me personally. That's how me think about it, because dancehall always had a bass line in it. And if you take out the bass line out of the drums, it's hard to really hit. I think that, and also as I say, the subject matters, because more than any time in the history, people understand patois worldwide more than any time ever. And with the advent of AI, when I say now, I'm gonna be scrutinized right through. Trust me, G.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you guys. And on the topic, guys, what your thoughts? Because I think we kind of like touch briefly on it when it comes to like the selectors and stuff like that. What are our thoughts when it comes to like, you know, the clash? Like, I believe more than anything, I think that's something that we can bring back wholesomely, not just because somebody jump off, but you know, we can bring that back, because I think that will help to push, you know, the artists, you know, them to their potential. Because you know that when a man and a man is clashing, you know, them bleaching at the studio, and you know, everybody want to win in the clash, so it have them tap into their level of artistry. So what you guys think about, now that we're kind of like flipping back and forth between the early 2000 and you know where we stand right now?
It's, I think, gonna be difficult, because it's gonna be unfair in terms of the people that want to review the clash on the YouTube space. There's gonna be a lot of biasness towards certain artists. They're not gonna be fair, because the camps, I think the camps, the people, once somebody giant say him is this camp, him is not gonna be fair to compare the songs them. And I think also ego wise, nobody no want lose or seem to be lose, because or that they say losing. And I think ego wise, some of the youth in the really them not, I want to find the right word. I don't think they can accept when certain things is said about them. And some of the clash them get too personal as well, and start talk about some other things that are really necessary. I think that if them can keep it musically, but with the way the extreme or the culture has evolved in saying anything on a record, I think it's gonna be very, very difficult to police it, in terms of not that like the police force, but what is allowed to say in the clash, what they're allowed to do, and I think it's gonna be difficult, especially, and maybe violence are evolving it. That's just me. That's just my thought. It would be good. It would be nice, but I don't think this generation has the capacity to realize you can mount a man and laugh off him and done. I don't think it's there. That's just my opinion still, but it would be good. There's a star boy.
Sorry, I missed the question. Me hear what you said, bigger bags, but I missed the question.
I said, like, how important you think if we would bring the clash back, like, you know, in the 90s and the early 2000s, where we used to have a lot of clash going on. Like, what would your thoughts be towards, you know, in this day and age? My opinion about it, I mean, everything has its pros and its cons, but my pros towards it was, given the fact that it could help to sharpen the skills, because I think a part of why the copy and paste is happening is the whole basic level thing that's been happening. Everybody just recycle the same, you know, stuff, but it just get played
All right.
anymore.
So my thoughts on that clash clash culture is absolutely detrimental to modern dancer. What is happening now is that before we had so much access to social media, we had professionals who were in charge of a clash. So the disc jock, the radio jock, the TV announcers, all of those persons who were trained and have some form of morals had control over the narrative. So before you would have find that it wouldn't spill over into certain kind of disrespect or whatever on the social media, on the internet, on the digital stage. Probably it does in the streets. However, now where you have everybody having access to social media, everybody having a voice, um, the clash culture would be, I would think, would become very detrimental to society as a next way to divide us. And that is what is happening right in front of us now. Because look at us fighting against the Gaza fight against the Vendetta fight against we not like Vendetta. We not fight against nobody, you know. We just defend ourselves. Me can speak for myself. Me not care less about what cartel I do. Me care less about what alkaline I do. But me just a stand up for the artists that me support, right? What has happened, essentially, what I'm trying to say is that we've become too tribalistic, and social media is an enabler of that, right? And when the music becomes so tribalistic, it prevents progress. It prevents the genre from taking a step forward. Yes, it's entertainment, and there are pros and cons to it. It have its entertainment value. It will boost creativity. It will boost competition for even those persons who are not involved in the clash. Because now them have to go to work to get competitive, compete with clash songs. And clash songs are a shock value within itself. So they would have to go into the studio to find them best work. And I felt like that was what was happening with Mavada and Cartel, where when Mavada and Cartel did a war, it shut out everybody so much, but there were so many hits that were being churned out in that period beside the clash that we take those things for granted, right?
Yeah, man, cause
However,
Bugle and Iactane them they didn't have a clash, the middle of the clash. Bugle and Iactane was there. I give you a whole heap of hits. Don't I get it
right,
same here.
right, right. So, but I think that from a fan perspective and moving the genre forward, it has become too tribalistic. And more I want to say more unity, more working together. And when you add that to the already fractured state of the producers not being gatekeepers anymore, and now every artist have their own in-camp producer, it has further pushed the divide away from
Yes,
artists
yes, that's
coming
true.
together
I,
for
I,
work
I
together
think
for
we
the
need more
rhythm.
jogging rhythm because I
Right,
think personally, if the jogging rhythm come out, it gonna sharpen everybody because remember Shabba done say DJ ear cock up and them ear boom rhythm. So if a DJ like the double like the what you feel like rhythm now. The Anthony B the thing when Anthony B go up on a rhythm that I already in the talk about it earlier, but just yeah a short synopsis. When Anthony B go on that rhythm, you know, what it has done, you know, is has make the younger you them look like, whoa, this is what 90s dancehall artists sound like, and them lyrical potency, and them clarity, and them meaning, and them I'm talk some things without anything derogatory several time mouth. But you can't know what I'm talk about without them have to go dirty and mean, you know what I mean? So that's what
yo,
I think Anthony B has done to them. So I think rhythm wise, if you go up on a rhythm and everybody compete, I think that you shan't not them meds still. That's just me. That's what
right.
I think.
So one of the things that the clash culture now would have pushed a divide there, so where artists now go want to work to get up on rhythm and all of them things there. And further push the dancehall industry back into camps and segregation, which is not good for the music. I want to step away from those things. If you look at it when Beanie and Bunty did go at it and everything, the music was still somewhat together, right? They were competing on the same rhythms and them that go at each other together, basically. It was almost like teamwork. Now when Cartel and Mavada forward now, a man start drive on cassava piece and a bus shot. A man I say Gaza man can there so and foot hype are getting and broke up in a dance. and all of them things, you realize that has become a negative thing and it spill over into the general public where my cousin can live
School.
on the block and he must say, yo, them pussy they say Gaza and them can't pass down here so called gully we say. Them have to walk around. I go link my
Yeah.
cousin in a garrison and man say, yo, them pussy they say Gaza, them can't fall down here so. So you realize it spill over into the streets. And while the JSA for do have no balance in those things, the artists them know say them things they can't go under the music again. Them on the music again. A police are gonna lock up and who forget slap us. But um I love the clash culture, you know. It's not that me talk out against it, but I feel like it's not a good thing to the space if you get back the thing together now.
Yeah, I think we need them on the same rhythm. Like we need at least 4 or 5 juggling rhythm a year. And we need the selectors to play the proper music. And we need a balance of music put out and then the culture will come back. It's just that. But I think when everybody that them own a camp and them own a production, it slow down the music to me personally because you know hear for example the rhythm I think when the rhythm massacre did play with Skilly on it and then Skilly got the remix with Cartel. Imagine all 15, 16 songs on a rhythm the G. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look on the rich sex rhythm we're in the put out. Just like that. I think more juggling would have be make us sharpen. We could be more sharp, but other Star Wars, I think the clash I got divide it even more. I want unity now into that division. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Good. Great points, guys. I mean, I had my pros towards it, but then the more you guys break it down, it makes more sense. Because I mean, living testimony, look what happened, in the massacre clash. Like people are taking it so personal, and we see how social media and the vloggers and everybody kind of like pick apart and were just biased towards it. So the points that you guys made, they are taken. And to your point, bigger bugs is like you were saying that, to the juggling, I think that would sharpen the skills. I think if we go back to that, then the clash is not all that important. I mean, all that important, because then we'll have one person in one space to be able to, of course, create those rhythms, for other artists to partake in and to be able to jump on those rhythms and then to show forth their skills. And we have some rhythms out there already that has been doing that, but like we need more. Like I said, we need a balance of those things.
Yes, but we need a balance and as I say, every era decide with them one done. I think if I'm an artist now in the trap era, I would have to look commercially how much money I'm gonna make, successfully how long it gonna do. Because recently if he's an older generation and not us as well. But Radigan came to Jamaica and was on an interview. Him not trap, but him just said not pass the airport. You know what I mean? It not transition further out. And it not be disrespectful. If you just want in that bubble and run the place right to stand down and expand, you really trap yourself. Or just that. You can't jump on to rhythm forget what if me a trap artist or me a dancehall artist now. What me gonna do? Me I put out a song first, but them hear 1 or 2 and then me just start do some other things where them a look upon this artist now named Critical. Them sound like Massacre. I have a big song, love no girl, loyalty name. And give them a rum chat and anything there. Him there for a little while, I think loyalty is probably about a year and a half, almost 2 years song, And him just get a buzz now, Just get a look in. So you can't go up and you can't do the grinding, man, and do the hard work, man. That means say, and what some of them artists don't understand, and everybody get the break or the bus at the same time. But when you get the bus, now you have to know what you're gonna do after that. Now you have to know where you want to take a career after that, you know what I mean? And I think that's the biggest problem. I think when you get the bus, I think we also need management. We need management for artists them, and we need structure. And that is what we need for the management and structure and a businessman like, oh, we're going to do and what the next move. And I think that will help us a lot still. But me
I would,
not go on,
I
go
would
ahead.
also, I would also say bigger bugs with the consistency too with it, because we can have all of those things in place, but some of these artists them out there, them get lazy. And I mean, it is just what it is, like them just lazy, so like them not perform as the way or they're supposed to perform. Them not really love the music that much. 1 minute they're in and 1 minute they're out. So I
Yeah,
would
that's
definitely
true.
say, yeah, the consistency of it is also needed, to be relevant. It's like you go into the gym, like if you're gonna pause and not go for a while, it's like when you go back, you have to start rebuilding like yourself all over again. So it's like the same thing, it's like in the 2000, people are just there doing their thing, and if you once you stop doing it and you're not be relevant, you just get lost in the game. And I think because things have slowed down and get so like not competitive anymore, we have people just taking the space for granted, right? So I mean, the competition is good, and then going back to the juggling, having the juggling out there, I think that would create a space where people are going to be looking forward to these things and looking for these rhythm to jump on to be able to try and dominate the these rhythms, but they have to stay consistent though.
Yeah, it's as we'll just read something quickly about Island Girl says she said Clash of one, I will love it, just keep it on wax. Iron Sharma Iron, authentic music a chop out in the ears, drum and penetrate in the enamel. Okay, that's good. That's great. That's a nice thing to say. But what me say is happening because of the era of social media,
Mm-hmm.
the clashing, the clash, they are going to be judged wrong or judged bias. I think they're being judged bias because lyrically speaking, when me hear a man did a breakdown on Massacre song, listen I hear him say, and breakdown of tears. He not what the last 3 minutes of tears been listening to it. Yet still him say it's not a good song. So if you don't listen to the last 3 minutes of the song, and say I repeat what I say, it's like, yo, my youth, what you talk about? What I say is that that's the clash thing, yes, it would be good, but them not going on the same rhythm make the clash boring. And that's the biggest problem. If you're going to clash, you have to get on the same rhythm. If you don't clash on the same rhythm, it's not going to be nice. That is it. Clash if you want to clash, but make sure it's the same rhythm. That's it. Simple. Carry on, Mel.
Yeah. Island Girl Ruby, you're saying that, is it that you want to come on the panel? Let me know what your thoughts are in the chat. I don't know if you're trying to probably get on the panel to say something. Let me know what you're trying to say in the chat. Island Girl Ruby. Welcome to the chat, Real Top Man. Real Top Man said me just a reach. We're having a conversation, Top Man, as you can tell from the topic regarding just kind of reminiscing on the 2000 and kind of like drawing some contrast or comparison to what's happening now in dancehall. So that's what we're doing. We're talking about the juggling, we're talking about clash, we're talking about the artists, we're talking about the music overall and how it has evolved, and the evolve that it has evolved. Like what are thoughts regarding it? Let me see what Island Girl is saying. Oh, I see. Oh, I see what you're saying. Island Ruby. I can check with John Wick R44 later and put something together, hopefully. But thank you for bringing that out. And then we can think about also, Bagabigs in terms of like back in the day, like in the early 2000s, songs used to marinate, right? Rhythms used to raise careers. You had, to stand out or get lost, right? And as a selector could literally, bust an artist overnight. The crowd reaction mattered more than, the playlist. What your
Yeah,
thoughts?
yeah. So there's a couple things. I was watching a program recently online, and there's a music executive and another guy was talking, and he was saying that every single day, 285,000 single get uploaded on charts worldwide. Every single day, on average, 285,000 singles get uploaded on Spotify, wherever, YouTube, wherever. So the attention span and the access to music is so much more easier. How you're going to remain outstanding and how you're going to remain relevant is one of the biggest thing. And I think with the turning over of so much songs, especially in our culture, how you're going to stand out. And that's the problem as well. And we don't keep enough stage shows anymore. I think in our space,
Yes.
there's not enough. I don't think we have enough money because sometimes probably another promoter might can pay more money for somebody overseas pay than the local promoters in Jamaica. So that's the next thing missing as well. And I think when people used to say gatekeeping, some songs really and truly will stay in the studio and not to be released. I'm not call out anybody particular. But there's some songs that comes out is like, yo, if you're an executive, you would release it. You know what I mean? Because it actually sound really good, it mix good, it master good. And I think there's another problem. The quality of songs coming out, the attention span, and the volume of songs releasing on a daily. So it pierces the eardrum. So they never have time for listen to so much music. The availability on all these different musical platforms. Musical punctuality is from morning till night. So the vibration is lost. I think culturally we have to evolve as well. As I said before, I think people in the 90s have worked so hard. So this side say, oh, American kids, them we grew up in the early 2000s, or late 2000s, whatever, have an easier life. And sometimes that as well, kind of the cultural shift and the subject topics that we need to choose and sing about is a problem. So I think that is one of the things we want to move away from. We need to pick better topics to sing about. You know what I mean? And what we say and how we say it. I think that's one of the biggest problems as well. I think we can't, because I think our vocabulary has evolved, you know. Because if you check some of the lyrical content, remember you used to have 8 bars and 16, you know, now 24, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
so I think we have more intelligent youth. That means that we can sing better lyric.
Yeah.
And we need better production of the music as well. And when I'm gonna say we need to select them to play better, because them have a major role, trust me. They have a real major role for playing in the dancehall space. And it might not look away there. Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna, because you were saying that the selectors, they play a vital role. I just wanted to take the opportunity to, big up some of those selectors from the early 2000s who have paved the way, and sometimes we tend to forget about them, and we tend to, not remember. So I want to take the opportunity on this platform to big them up. We have man like Tony Mataran, Ricky Trooper from Bass Odyssey, and Boom Boom and Footer Hype. Just want to throw those two in there. Because that they have done their thing, they have done their thing in making their stamp in the music, and we would love to see other men like those rise up in this day and age and bring back the fun and bring back the dynamic in the music, right? And so we can hold on to things that will work in this day and age, while we leave certain things in the past that may not work with this era anymore.
As I said before, it's just the volume. I'm not talking about Jamaica alone. The volume of music being released, I think, is the problem as well. And access to music as well. So we have to make our music stand out. I remember we just a small dot. And if you check the volume of music, we are just like, even the people, if you check us, we are just probably 10 million, including descendants outside that we're talking, people living in the diaspora and descendants. So we need our music have to go beyond our borders and punctuate to other places so we can enjoy the success. And I think we have to make the music more palatable for other people to hear. Keep your trap if you want to keep it in Jamaica, and then you make your songs them for go international.
Yeah.
Because I think also culturally, there's not going to be nobody that's around the ground like now, especially in this era of all police that they deal with them. So if I'm gonna think say I run after the ground and control some man around us, so that part of the culture is dead. Government badness now. Just think about that part there and not say, okay, music we're gonna do. Allow it there. So that's what I think about it as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
And more collaboration would help more local collaboration with singers
Yeah.
and DJs would have helped the music go forward with reggae artists and DJs as well. I think we need to look within and stop look from outside for validation, and then the music will get better. To me,
Yeah.
still, that's what I think.
Yeah, and then have others come to us, because in the past, back to what Father Gore was saying and the rest of the panel was saying earlier, there were time where we were just so focused and tying to our craft, where people used to come in to find us. We didn't have to go out and try to find anybody internationally to collab. They would come and find us. So just to kind of like to piggyback on what you're saying earlier, in terms of like working on ourselves in-house first, collaborating with one another and getting better. And then once that music portrays that, then people from outside will be able to come in and find us. So
Yeah, we need more collab with each other, man. With the more collaboration with each other, it's better. Just do some more collab on the ground, man. The man them come together and do more collaboration, and it'll be better for the music. And it will help the music a lot more. But the camps, the division is too far. We're going too extreme.
Yeah,
The
absolutely.
division is too much. Yeah.
And that's how we can make it too extreme. And for some channel, because they rep a certain side, they cannot come to their panels and have conversation like this. And I want to have a conversation like this because being the revolutionist and want to see the change in the music, we have to reminisce the past, we have to reminisce on the future, on what we want to see in the music. Somebody background is a little bit too noisy, and kind of like talk about the change that we want to we want to see in the music, right? So which mean I cannot look on that change only with one person, as in just Massacre, but I have to be looking out there to see, okay, then what can be done to be able to make Massacre's job a little bit more easier, what we would like to see in the space, what we would like to possibly take from other John from other eras and crossover, what can be crossover. And I just kind of want to go ahead, big up.
Yeah. I think we have gone extreme because I was earlier before you came on. I was listening to our channel. They were talking about Massacre, Alkaline, and Cartel album going forward. I get a little bit of snippet. And a guy was arguing over there, like putting forward about Massacre. Why you say they're saying if Massacre win, it's not a typical day. And the reason why, because Massacre was braggadocious in him talk. So now him started scrutinized more. And I'm thinking, every DJ has always been braggadocious and boasted about what them talk. So why Massacre is going to get more scrutinized than anybody else? And to me, that is fallacy. Because Massacre go against them favorite, them Vex. So they might use vexation, and they're saying, oh, you're not ready for kingship at time now. And when will he be ready? Or what am I going to do? When will he be ready? Oh, we don't know. We can't talk when, but you're not ready right now. So this is the problem I have with the whole thing. They're saying he's not ready. When will he be ready? We don't know. But we can't talk to him about the future. And then it came back to the album. And he would say, so if Mask album outsell them, what will you say about it? Oh, it's just another day. And I'm like, okay. So if you go outsell them, what's it going to be? Oh, I feel him failure. So what I said to you then? You know what I mean? If him go outsell him, it's going to be a failure. But if him outsell him, it's another day because he say what he is. You know what I mean? Some of the background loud.
So what? So when me just say in regards to the same things, big about the tribalistic nature of our funds them in the dancehall space now, and how tribal everything has become in the digital age. It make the clash. We love clash, I don't want to see the clash going. Cause me enjoy to see my artists are robot or pussy face. Me don't know about nobody else, but me love that. Zane, but it has become so tribalistic that it has gotten so toxic. And now you have to remember that dancehall is a package. And we're a small group presenting our product to a much wider constituents. And when those people from the other constituents come looking in now, and them say the bag of negativity and the bag of tear down and the bag of campaign are going, them not going to be that interested to invest in music. See? Them
No,
are
they're
gonna
not
be
going to invest. No.
them are gonna be scared and because you have this artist who have the talent and them look like them want to sign him and everything, but him have so much enemy and so much things I take away from him and I go against him. Him have now a negative aura around him, and you have to watch him and I say, boy, this artist is volatile. So then would rather go dip in a Afrobeat market
Yeah,
and take up
like
somebody
the 50
who
Cent time
don't have
career
that.
earlier. Nobody
Yeah.
never want to sign him. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
them
true.
rather go into the Afro beats market or them going out and reggaeton market and pick up somebody who more polished and more together and have the farm this farmer drama and nice behind them. You get what I say?
Yeah, man, no one animosity. They don't want that. They don't want that. Remember, say that happened that happened with the rap era, and that is happening. That is happening in the trap rap in America, where man actually I get killed. I saw a disc jockey in America, a white disc jockey, say him absolutely stop playing trap music. No, him not playing no more trap in America because too much shooter get killed. Literally, if you just look on King Von, the man rest on Monday. So nobody no want buy into that again, G. You know what I mean? Nobody no want buy into that, and that's the problem with us now. And as me say, for we go back to the era there, police are gonna slap a couple man and someone I get locked up for it. So I'm still going to the clash here right now. I don't think we're ready for it now. I think it's better for us go juggling, man sharpen go against each other in terms of what the better lyrics are, the better song, and then try create the better album. So I'm gonna try outdo poetry or outdo GOK. So we get quality music and quality production. That is it. You know what I mean? But the tribalism is there now because that's a man they want to give Massacre him credit. You hear them and say him EP flop with how many million streams. How come an EP can flop and more than 10 million streams? Jenna, you know what I mean? And they keep saying that, and I ask no listen. No. Much million it stream, them no know. You know what I mean? Just tell that tell you something.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you, bigger bugs on that.
Too
And I
much
guess
tribalism.
yeah, that's true. It kind of like put too much strain and too much barriers on the music per se. Back in the day when everybody was your free entity, people were just doing what just going out and just voicing and just working on their craft and getting their music out there. But I would say though, on coming to the close of.
Sorry, 1 second before you move on, Mills. You see where we need clash? I wish for a clash dead. We need clash when we go back to sound system clash. That is a product that we can continue to own and harvest, and that the world love and the world enjoys. The sound system clashing, right? Because that is exactly what Red Bull Culture Clash is. Them just take World Clash and polish it off and get some bigger people for actually represent on stage. And it's lovely. Me enjoy going to our World Clash. You understand? I may enjoy going to our Red Bull Culture Clash. That are the clash we want to see in a dancer. That are the clash we want to see back in a dancer. Because so now string up and a clash and go toe to toe.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
see
need
them
that
things
back.
in our culture.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
really love that. I really love that.
Sound clash big in the UK than it in Jamaica right now. Trust me. Especially in Birmingham.
Mm.
Yeah. Sound clash bigger
It's
state so.
basically non-existent out there right now. Bigger bags.
Didn't Ramesh some years back, Ramesh and used to do a thing over Tower Hill one time or Cockburn Pen on a football field. A few years back. You remember them clash there?
No, me
Sound system.
never familiar with that still, but we need more
Yeah, you to
heavy
come
artists.
and then and think if you curse, you get eliminated. You must after a third time.
You need sounds of greatness that do a thing at one point, but we need back more sound clashing in the dancehall space.
Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely. That'd be good.
Okay. Yeah. And I guess we can wrap up, guys, this conversation by my final pointer for the evening regarding how does Massacre bridge the 2000 energy with today. And as we can speak on Massacre, the 2000 mindset, modern execution, we can talk about the lyrics first, first the clarity, and then we have the no gimmicks. which is very 2000 as we know it based on his style. We can talk about the production, pacing, and structures, are built today in place to kind of like soothe out the space so it seems modern, more modern, but at the same time, it is timeless. And we can identify and we can stay, consistent, from the day, because when it comes to the early 2000 artists were being consistent from, and just putting out their music out there. They don't want to be left behind. So we can talk about that when it comes to Massacre, and we can talk about it. It aged well with him. He ages well in dancehall, and from where he has started to where he is now. He has not saturated the market, and he is, doing his thing as far as doing what is required. I know somebody background kind of a little bit noisy, but yeah, when it comes to Massacre, it's slow. When it comes to Massacre, it shows that he's built like the early 2000, and he took time, even though there are setbacks and there might be silence, but he never lost his credibility. So I think Bigger Bags, Black Star Boy, and the chat, we need to get back the credibility, and we need to get back, the consistency, into the music. And yes, there will be setbacks, but there's a lot of things that need to get done moving into the future that way we can get dancehall to where it needs to be. So that would be my closing arguments, regarding tying Massacre back to, the early 2000s. Anybody else have any closing arguments?
One thing I love really and truly, we get 3 quality album. Because them say compress the stage, right? But at least it will iron sharp irons. I think if anybody, if we put out a good album and somebody put another album, and it would have just make the genre go forward and get better and better, because that would help us, help the music go forward, because you have 2 quality album out. I think that's what we need in this space. And we just support the artists and support the music, because me personally love music. If me hear a good song or whatever, I'm not turn off my state, I'm not gonna not play a good song or good music. It's just that I think we're going to the extreme. I hear somebody say today, I'm like type 2, they say, oh, a Gaza support Massacre. I was like, they see where in support gone, that's why the EP flop. I was like, yo, or the EP flop are streaming well. You know what I mean? We don't see where I go on. But it's like them just want preach a narrative against Massacre, or just have a support to artists. That's all we have to say. And who want vex, but do not start support Massacre, do not start streaming music, do not stop. But going forward, if we get 3 good album, better for everybody, better for the music. I want Massacre win
Grammy.
Grammy and Mobile.
Yeah.
Mobile, I'm wanting Grammy after. That's the deal still.
Absolutely. Black Star Boy, any closing conversation or any closing argument?
Yeah, so back to the topic. Like I say, Bigger Bags said I try to encourage you at one point, and we didn't know our emotions and hype our emotions, because we're under so much attack from so many different camp and everything, and our time now for rule, and we're gonna beat some people bad. But one of the things them what me that want to start focus on more going forward, like them not all that important, yo. Like make them keep them narrative, make them talk what them want to talk. And for them more, them can type and do what them want to do. We can pay attention some more to our artists and what we are doing, what we want to see for the artists. So to the live was excellent. It's an excellent topic. I love how you close it. I like how you start off, and I like how you're closing it. It's a bit refreshing from what we've been doing in the space lately, because it's a beer shot we have fire from with it. But I like this breath of fresh air where we can refocus and set some goals and set some targets and talk about things where we want to see in the space and where we want to see for our artists. Now, in that regards, Bigger Bag say we have 3 classic album. I'm 100% sure by the end of 26 it'll go be four album. And I don't know which other artists in the dancehall space or the history of dancehall can say them are gonna have 4 classic albums. And we can talk in advance because we're so sure that whatever is coming is going to be so great. And it's such a great feeling to be a part of this movement from day one to the get go. And we just have to know keep our senses together and keep supporting the artists. Make sure we are purchase the music, make sure we are stream, and if we want to cloud people, we can cloud people, yes. But at the end of the day, our goal is bigger than just to compete with who in a dancehall. We want to take music we want to
Worldwide.
put up dancehall and put dancehall on a crane too. You see me?
Yeah,
And so the
yeah,
Grammys and the Mobos and all of them things, stepping stones. Yeah.
yeah, man. Respect. Yeah, that's true. Me gonna stop concentrate on them as well, for real. But sometimes me have to correct them, you know. But as I said before, I think speaking less about them, I think going forward, me gonna probably speak less about them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah, because that's what them want. Because we're not talking about them music, we're not talking about no. We keep on talk about narratives. And the narratives are them a push. Narratives here, narratives there, narratives everywhere. We're not talking about them music because them music is trash. So we don't need to focus on them as much as we do, to be honest. You know?
Yeah, I agree. It's good when we can troll them a little bit, but we need to keep that balance where we can, okay, troll them for a little bit and then just go back to what matters, most in terms of like the music and just being focused and watching what's happening in the space.
Yeah, because that's all that is coming at us, things to distract us. You know?
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, they can't compete. They cannot compete. As we really said that's on him live one of them night here. Them can't compete. There's no competition in dancehall right now for a massacre. So the only other option is to distract. Try and get us to lose focus.
Hmm.
So we have to focus.
Yeah. All right, guys, let's bring us to the end of the live for today. I just want to big up some people in the chat. First person I want to big up, J Empress. Happy birthday to you, girl. I hope you're having an amazing day. I know you're on the live with us today, but I hope that there are nice things that is set out for you. Maybe for the day, from the day start, maybe later on. I hope you have a fun-filled day. You deserve all the best. You are, you're words cannot describe how amazing you are.
Who for birthday? J Empress?
The Empress birthday today.
Oh, big up yourself, Empress, every time.
So I
Love
wanna
and love
happy
and love
birthday,
loves.
happy
big
birthday, J Empress. Big up yourself every
yeah.
time. Yeah.
Sabrina, thank you for being here today, Sabrina. Island Girl Ruby, thank you so much for being here, being so active in the chat today. Dwight Taylor, thank you so much. Boss Dan, thank you for rolling through today. Peladon, one side, thank you for rolling in. Father Gore, thank you for your continuous support always. Big up yourself. Miss World, I saw you earlier. I'm not sure if you're still here, but big up yourself. Shiverus, big up yourself. Thank you for passing through today. Real Top Man, and this is Real Top Man 438 because there's two Top Man, so I just want to be specific about the top man. Big up yourself, top man. Thank you for passing through today. Let me see if I'm not forgetting anyone. Pascal, yes, big up yourself. Bad brother Ramos, big up yourself. Thank you for passing through today. John Wick, big up yourself. Guys, don't forget to go and follow. If you have not yet, go and follow John Wick's channel. Go and follows 44 channel, guys. And there's other one side family that is out there. You have the Dr. Mix, you have the Realest Youth, you have Ultimate to Shane, you have the One Side News, you have J Empress channel as well, and you have what's the name of TT's
TT,
channel again?
TT, lens, some lens,
Lyric
is
Lyric Lens,
lyric
Lyric
lens.
Lens by TT. I promise you guys, the more we say, the more we're gonna remember the names of these channels. They're unique names. Thank you so much, guys, for being a part of the space. The space is getting so much bigger, so much people for you guys to kind of tune into and listen and get the different message on a daily basis. Big up to my panel, Starboy, big up yourself. Thank you for always, coming in to have that conversation, like a real conversation. I'm on the panel. Bigger Bags. I was excited. I was like, when I was putting together this topic, you literally came to mind. I was like, I hope Bigger Bags pass through today, because I know this is one of those things he's passionate about, because he knows so much about the music and so much about the 90s and the 2000 era. So this would fit perfectly. So I just want to big up everybody. If you haven't heard your name, guys, big up yourself. Thank you so much for passing through and having this conversation with me today. John Wick's live is at 4 p.m. So we're gonna be over on John Wick live at 4 p.m. guys. So thank you so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I'll see you guys in the next one with Tea Time with Mellz. Bye guys.
Bye.